Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We are seeing North American markets, for the most part, back in positive territory once again this morning. The NASDAQ, though, just going negative a few moments ago as we see some tech shares coming back to the downside. Travel-related companies leading the way so far once again this morning. Lots to get to again this morning. We saw a really strong start yesterday to the holiday shortened week. We had the Dow up more than 2%. Hitting levels above 25,000 for the first time since early March. Investors also continuing to monitor U.S.-China tensions that are really escalating quite quickly after late yesterday in the afternoon. The Trump administration, or Trump tweeting that he's weighing further sanctions on both Chinese companies and officials. This is all surrounding the new national security bill that China, or Beijing, is trying to pass that would give them more control over Hong Kong. Once again, as we mentioned, travel-related companies, for the most part, leading the move higher in the pre-market this morning. Luckin Coffee shares also sharply higher for the second day in a row on continued buyout rumors. We also saw some of the banking group very strong to start the week yesterday on Tuesday. On the data front, because of the holiday Monday, as per usual, we'll get both natural gas and crude oil inventories out tomorrow morning. Wednesday, obviously, typically crude oil inventories come out on Wednesday. It is Wednesday, May 27, 2020. Trader TV Live starts now. And there we go. Look at APAC region markets. A little bit of a mixed session here overnight. You can see Australia, big move to the upside. Saw some mining stocks doing really well in Australia overnight. Both Chinese markets, though, back in negative territory, kind of bucking the trend here. Nifty and India having a nice day as well, 3% to the upside. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up so far in the European region. Yeah, pretty positive right across the board. Second day in a row, we see the Swiss market to the downside. Let's go over to North America and see how things are shaping up. Yeah, there's a NASDAQ there standing out a little bit. Just went negative. Everything else, though, nicely positive. 2 days in a row, you can see Bitcoin there, 3% to the upside today. Both crude oil and gold starting the day in negative territory. We have travel stocks, guys, to get to this morning. A lot of them leading the way to the upside. Should be an interesting day once again. Luckin Coffee shares, big move higher yesterday, as we talked about throughout the show. Again this morning, gapping to the upside. Also want to mention Hertz reopening late in the afternoon yesterday. All kinds of volume before the close, doing some significant volume again this morning.
Yeah, it just hit 11 million in volume. Just did a bit of a spike down through 85, 278. I'm just looking at that. 85 was a good level. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Certainly that was a key one if you're watching in the afternoon. Big time trading to the south side there. Look, it was heavily profitable day trade. The world, we do like to give you the numbers here. 47,000 was the leading trader trading primarily in the U.S. markets, a little bit of TSX thrown in there. 30,000 for a European trader number 2, 21.5 another European trader, and 17,000 number 4, 17,000 number 5. So lots of profitability to be had throughout the markets. I'm sure some of that will certainly hurt. We were trading that one in the afternoon. Great flush through $1. The fact that it's back up after closing at 55 cents, up, like 50% right now plus. Big time movement in Hertz and great volume as well, Sean.
Yeah, I hope a lot of you guys caught that tweet. I was short yesterday. It was a nice little one there on Hertz. But the thing that I'm most proud of, and it's been a home run, and I hope, there's been a lot of good calls, but I hope a lot of you are long CCL with me. We talked about that when it was breaking through right here, 1350. That's where I got long on this name as well. And I know some of you guys are playing swings and options and things like that. So I hope some of you took this with me. 1350. Today, it looks like CCL going to be opening up at 18. We've cleared all this garbage, and look, not to say we don't come back in here now. It's a nice move. I mean, this is like 30% or so from 13 to 18. So congratulations on that in a week. But right now we're back above, and I like CCL for the long. But Brendan, those of you that have signed up for the watch list, let's start to go through some of those names and follow along. And if you haven't, check Valeria on that link and make sure you sign up.
Yeah, she'll send out a link for you, and we'll get you signed up so you can participate from 9 o'clock to 9:30 every morning. We go over all the names that are moving around in the pre-market. So sign up for the watch list, and you can have a look at what we are looking at. Let's go over to the desk, speak of the devil, and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. I wish you all a great trading day, and we are here to make it even better. Guys, subscribe to our channel now and you will receive notifications when we are back on air. And of course, hit the thumbs ups. Yesterday we broke the record. We reached 400 likes before the market opened. Guys, let's do the same. Please smash the like button now and let's reach 400 likes, and I'll be flossing and hitting fireworks. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
All right, let's get going here. I want to talk about Luckin Coffee, just breaking back to the downside. Rumors out yesterday suggesting that both Yum Brands China might have interest, and also Tim Hortons parent company, Restaurant Brands, also potentially having interest in Luckin Coffee. So we're back to the upside again significantly this morning here. What is it? 23% still, but as we break to the downside here, I'm going to test out a short just versus that 285 level.
Yeah, fading off of a $3 level. That if you kind of go back to that initial sort of spike up that we had last week on the 20th, there was a 305 that held all afternoon long, and then at the close 3 even. So I'm looking at the same level as you. 3 to 305 is the range. I want to be short any pop in front of Luckin, already giving you one leg to the downside already, guys. So I think it's going to be active. Hertz and Luckin are going to battle for the most pre-market volume here. I like to get something hopefully off the open on a bit of a spike. Ideally 260 break would be good as well, but I would much prefer to have some orders sitting around here in the 80s and just catch the short off the open Luckin with that 3 even stop, hard stop there.
All right, guys, yesterday we did it for you, and I'll try to do it again. I'm going to go opposite both of these guys. I'm not going to short at all until 285 breaks, and we'll go long. And yesterday, you guys know that gave you like a 30% return. So we'll see today if that happens once again. But I'm going to wait for Luckin. Short looks fine. I just don't want to short this name. So I'm going to wait for 285. They'll be short, I'll be long. We'll see what happens. And I do like also a 305 break as well to go even more long. So hopefully, if the 285 long is right, then the 305 short may come into play at that point as well. So I'm going to wait for Luckin to go. I do like Hertz, though. We did talk about that a little bit. That was trading yesterday. Oh, yeah, and by the way, guys, it's a monster imbalance. Luckin's on NASDAQ, so we don't see the imbalance the same way. Let me show you quickly the imbalance locator here for today. 5 million. I mean, look, remember, guys, it's an 84-cent stock. So when you see 4 million shares here, it's not a huge bunch of money. BAC, Macy's, that was... I mean, again, guys, Macy's yesterday, cowbell. I mean, thanks for all that love on Twitter as well. Macy's yesterday ripping up huge. We punched this guy long. It's 585 yesterday, and you see where it's opening today. CCL here as well, and then the big guy here, JP Morgan. Hello, that's another big one. Nice little win on this one, breaking through 100 now, up to 101. This market, I know you said the NASDAQ went negative, and it did, but the broader market today just ripping up again. Another 400 points, looks like.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a little bit of relative weakness coming in from the NASDAQ side of things. Yeah, I mean, that Luckin long yesterday through the high was definitely a great opportunity. We'll be looking at that one at the open this morning. We mentioned a couple of these already, but worth talking about the travel-related group again this morning, guys. We have cruise operators, we have airlines, we have even some of the hotels. I saw MGM up more than 5% in the pre-market here. So, I mean, take your pick. CCL and RCL I saw in the pre-market among the leaders. We saw CCL coming back in a bit, was up about 15%, but this group definitely worth watching again today.
Yeah, Carnival blasted through that 18 target when it broke out yesterday. Was mentioning there was nothing till that 18 even mark. From here, 19, 20 is definitely going to be a level. Got that one written down. But for me in the pre-market, I've seen this little pullback here. It's tried to test 18 a couple of times. So with that whole theory that resistance becomes support, we're going to have that tested probably right at the open here. And I think if we gap to the upside, you're probably going to want to see if we can hold that level for any kind of a long. And on a retracement, I'd like that break short. It's not a trade that I want to take. CCL is one of those ones where you almost want to wait for that 5-minute, 10-minute opening range to come in and then stake your claim to a trade. So it's right at that 18 level. That's what I'm watching closely. 1920s pre-market high, but also a previous high if you go back a few weeks.
CCL, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at CCL as well. I mean, CCL again, the fund just continues on this name. We continuously make money on this. We have to go back to it. 1850 top, we're going to take that long. It is coming back down though, 6 million shares. So as well, I mean, look, the thing is it's 9:10. So in 20 minutes, this stock is going to look different than it does now. But we're looking at 1850 for a break. I just want to keep going long. 1775. A short on a VWAP. That's this little break right here too. So 1780 maybe on a short. But right now 1850 is what I'm looking at. I have my target on that one. And if we do break 1780, I'm just playing breakouts right now. So it's been working so well for the last couple months. So I'm just going to continue with that strategy. Another one where I wrote down here, AAL. So American Airlines. Those of you that are watching this space, I mean, look, I called a little bit of a recovery. I don't know if it's going to keep happening or not, but we'll wait to see here. AAL, I wrote down again 1250 to the top side. That's this mark again. So just trying to play some breakouts on this. I don't know though, man. I mean, the way this futures fell off 10 handles there pretty quickly on some coal news, I guess, from China there. But AAL and CCL will be on our radars for sure.
We were looking at that little one as well. Spirit Airlines yesterday. Save also had a huge day to the upside. Worth a look today as far as relative strength goes. Anyways, yesterday, I want to mention, guys, coming up tomorrow, we're really excited to announce we're going to have a live taping, a live recording of 4 educational segments. So over on our educational page, we have a whole bunch of educational videos out there. Go check them out now. Valeria is going to throw out a link. This is coming up tomorrow, Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be recording live 4 more educational videos for you guys. So make sure you check that out. Valeria will put the link in the chat. Let's keep going here, guys. Moderna, worth talking about here. Another move to the downside today. Since we were talking last week about the offering that Moderna came out with, since the offering, the stock is now down 24%, set to open lower again this morning, guys. Sean, you were all over this one, talking about the questionable actions of Moderna last week.
Yeah, and I mean, man, I should be managing money at some point here, and I think maybe I will one day. But yeah, I was saying it right up here when it was $77, and that happened. I said, look, these guys are shady. They're going to get investigated. There's a big problem here. I did not like what they were doing, and now you're seeing obviously a huge pullback down to 53. So look, I didn't short it. It is what it is. But yeah, I was calling some shady actions back there when they came with an offering just one day after they said that they thought they had a vaccine. So yeah, that was shady as hell. And now you're all the way back down here to 54. So yeah, Moderna, look, I'm not going to go long anything on this name. You can see here, why didn't my chart change here? Go 1 minute chart on this name. Yeah, I'm just more proud of that long-term call. If it takes out this bottom 53.23, let's just continue to go short. I don't have anything positive to say about this. I'm not going to be going long this name. And if anything, this is a nice little short right here, 53.
On the 21st, that was my best short of the week, was on Moderna. Even having missed the first gap to the downside through 73, it still gave you a secondary play. And that wasn't the first day that occurred. You also saw that happen yesterday's action, where you also had a big move to the downside and then follow through coming through off the open. I think a similar story here would give you any kind of a pullback to 57. You're looking to short in front of that one. The breakout plays in play. Even if it busts 53 and we can't catch that one like it happens 9:15, and I don't want to trade this till 9:30, I'm looking for it to retrace into that level with about a 55.50 area stop for that type of a short. So I think with Moderna, you can't be afraid to jump in after you've seen a big move, because the secondary moves have been absolutely fantastic in this one to the short side the last week. Also helping to push to the downside yesterday, obviously Merck comes out and says that they're jumping in with multiple options when it comes to a potential vaccine, and they also questioned that 12 to 18 month time frame that Moderna had initially said. So that's adding to the negativity behind that mRNA. Let's go to Safety Group, guys. Little earnings play today. Small cap data storage company, Safety Group. It's SFET on the NASDAQ. They said that Q1 revenue jumped 155% to just over $1 million. SFET looking at this point like a nice fader here so far. Just broke that bottom end of the range, 156 up to about 170 would be a decent level on the daily time frame. Yeah, I mean, you start with that daily time frame. It's the first thing I'll usually do. There aren't obvious levels when you go here in terms of that 170. I think you have to get past the $2 mark, but it certainly gives you some ideas for the retracement, getting down to about this 140 area for a secondary leg down to 120. So when we see this kind of a pullback, one of the first things I think about is, can I get any shares off the open in the 60s? That's going to be a shot that we're going to take here. If it does do an immediate flush, bounce off 120 or so, and then look to pick it up in front of this level, this 150 that we're at right now, so about 140 short in that case. So a couple of ways you can play this to the short side. Ideally, much like a couple of the small cap shorts we had yesterday, you catch that little spike and you're able to dig in. That actually worked a couple of sessions ago on Luckin as well. So sometimes that buying comes in at 930 when people see the gap up, and you can hold one of these levels at 170 that Brendan's talking about, and then master that short on safety.
I don't mind that as well. It's a little too small for me to look at right here. ACB 1530, I see some talk about that. We do like ACB breaking this. Hold on a second, let me just call up a 10-minute chart. This is ACB in New York. You can obviously, if you only have a brokerage account trading Canadian equities, you can do .to as well. Here's the bottom that I was talking about, 1520 right here. I kind of like that break. It did break it and then went to 15. This is a 10-minute chart, but Aurora Cannabis has sort of been up here for a bit off of that great buy. I think it was Relieve. They bought getting into CBDs. And look, I mean, I think that's huge. I'm a huge bag holder of a lot of these and lost thousands and thousands of dollars investing in some marijuana companies, but made it back, hopefully trading. And we'll try to do the same rate now, 1520 on a break for this one. We'll see if we can't light one up here early on ACB. But yeah, 1520 has to come through for this name, and I like it. So there you go, ACB to the downside, guys.
Yeah, I love that ACB to the downside today. Also had 16 and 16 and a quarter written down as above levels if you want to look at those. For resistance, let's go to Disney. Guys, we were talking about Disney last week. There were rumors floating around that they had a proposal to reopen Walt Disney World in Orange County, and they were going to present that plan to officials in Orange County. Turned out it wasn't last week. They're going to do that today. So Disney up here 2.3% on that news. Holding below, though, guys, this 124 level. Tagged it a couple of times and got rejected each time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very tight pre-market action, which is pretty typical for Disney, to be honest with you. And you are seeing it already gap through any sort of previous resistance that we have. So you don't have levels to work off of unless you're talking about support, which the first one's going to be about $1.25 from here. So a 122.50 area is the first thing I'll be looking at if we get any kind of a breakdown. Breakout to the upside, I'd much rather prefer to look at that 124 as opposed to randomly looking at that high of day at 124.25. With Disney, like a couple of these other names, I want to see it open up first. I am looking to see if we can catch a bit of a dip buy. The market did have that little slide off just a couple of minutes ago, but it wasn't that big, only 10-15 handles. If we do sell off the open, look to see if we hold that first level 122.50. If it does, that's not a bad bounce play. If it can't hold that, however, no long in Disney for me unless it's a breakout at the top.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to wait on Disney. Yesterday was a good trade. We've been trading Disney really, really well. But yeah, it's so high. Like, I don't know. I mean, I sold some of my shares at 116. It's up to 124 now. So I just think this is a little bit overdone here. They are going to come with their report. They're going to open up. There's going to be no problem with it. And that's just what's going to happen. But maybe some of that, excitement over the weekend here. Good weather, a lot of people out chilling. I think Disney got a bump just because of that exact reason. Everyone thinking we're returning to normal. That's going to be still a while away. And Brendan and I were talking about this last night after market. Like, who's going to go? I mean, even the lineups and things like that. We have a place called Canada's Wonderland here, and I mean, they have to be at near capacity in order to make any kind of money, right? And obviously, if you have social distancing rules in place or physical distancing, whatever it's going to be, and you can only have a certain amount of people per meters or feet, then I mean, how are they going to control these lineups? How are people going to continue to go to these parks and have fun? I don't know. Kids are a big part of it, and kids are hard to unless you have them on a leash, which I'm not even sure that's allowed. That's going to be a hard one to control. So I'm not overly optimistic. Disney, a major holding in my investment account, but for a day trade today, I just think it's overdone.
All right, guys, let's go to Papa John's here. The next one I want to talk about, they reported a 33.5% jump in comparable store sales last month. We've been talking a little bit about over the past month or so, some companies that are benefiting from, the quarantine and people staying at home. All of the pizza names definitely in that group. So up Comparable store sales up 33.5% in the last month period. They're also going to come out in June with another monthly update. Not a lot of volume here in the pre-market. However, if you zoom out a little bit and go up to 79.5 and then 80 bucks up here. I mean, this thing's coming off in a hurry now, but I was having a look at this 79.5 and then $80 up here as a bit of a wall over the past few days for PZZA.
Yeah, that's definitely, well, I don't love the pre-market volume. I'm with you. 45,000 is not a lot for this name, but 74 is a big pivot. If you look at the daily chart here, big heavy resistance on the way up here and bounced at least one time very heavily off this move in the aftermarket, well, at the close yesterday. So I'd look to see if we can have support down there. Obviously, you've got a hard top. Everything in the middle is going to be a little bit tricky unless I'm looking specifically at this 77 mark. That also was a big flush price. It was support that turned into resistance. So 74, 77 are the levels I'm watching. Brennan just gave you the top end there on Papa John's.
Guys, Boeing right now, 149. Yeah, it's moving. Again, this is a 10-minute chart here, so you're going to see what kind of move this has made over the last little bit. 135 2 days ago, 150 today. So it's a nice 10% move there plus. So we'll see if that could take out 150 today. Boeing, a lot of good talk. Like I said, you want to reopen everything up. People are going to need to fly. Those orders will start coming back through, especially if China, holds true to their orders. Boeing should get some nice little bump here. I mean, obviously, it's well off of its lows, but it's also well off of its recent highs. So I do like Boeing going through here, 150. It's a psychological level, right? So, I mean, if we can break through 150 on Boeing, it should be able to go. Unfortunately, my 10-minute chart here, I don't know what's going on here. It's not showing backwards. Maybe the weekend is having a problem here. But Boeing right now, 150. I do like that one to the top side as well with only 8 minutes to go.
All right, guys, a number of other names moving around here. I wanted to mention Tesla. I want to jump down to Twitter, but Tesla said they're going to cut prices in North America by 6% across the board, pointing to lack of demand because of the pandemic. So Tesla a little bit weak in the pre-market. Let's go to Twitter, though. An interesting look here on Twitter. They announced they're going to start introducing fact-checking notices on Trump's tweets. Finally, they came out last month and said as a policy, they're going to introduce this on anything that might be misleading in any way, shape, or form. They're going to start putting a little sticky on a tweet that is fact-checking sticky. So Twitter here down, guys, this morning. Not sure it's related, but an interesting story anyways. 2% on Twitter here.
It's the only thing.
That's a slippery slope,
100%,
man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm selling my Twitter shares after this show is done. I was able to pick some up at 25 or so I'm just going to capture that. I've been holding it for a long time. That's bad. I mean, you don't want the president coming at you. Again, I think, we try not to make this too political, but is Joe Biden really going to win? So if Twitter does stick around, which obviously it's going to, they're going to be hammered by Trump. I mean, he doesn't, rarely he tweets facts, so he's going to be mad at the fact checking, and he's talking about getting rid of Twitter, period. So who knows, man? I don't like it. I don't like that sort of rhetoric. It's had a nice move up here. So yeah, for me personally, for a long-term investment, I will be out of this one today. I can obviously withstand a 2% hit on the day. So I don't like it, and I think a lot of people support the president, obviously, and they may hammer this thing down. So we'll wait to see. 33 and change coming on Twitter. I'm only going short this name today. It's just a bad look right now for Jack Dorsey and company. Yeah,
I've got 33.45 as an interesting little pivot. If it makes any kind of a move to the upside, even between that and 33.65, that would be a target area to go short. I'll take it a step further than just being about the president. That's a big time slippery slope. You start there, you're going to have to expand it. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty ugly. So I don't like that news whatsoever for Twitter. There was some support if we have a major flush down around the 31.80 area. You can kind of go back to last week and see that was a bottom. It was also a big level break on Thursday as well. So watch out for that one. If we were ever to get about $1.50 down, 31.80, I'd expect a little bit of a bounce on Twitter. I don't know if that'll happen today. I'd love it. I'd love to be able to get a 33 short that goes $1.50. But keep that level in mind if you're watching this throughout the rest of the week, and we head south side further on Twitter.
Let's go to small cap world, guys. A couple of names to have a look at this morning in small cap world. Green Pro Capital. They're buying 4% of the Millennium, what's it called? The Millennium Sapphire, not the Millennium Falcon, Neil, but Millennium Sapphire. They're going to buy 4% of a gemstone by issuing shares. I've never heard a story like this before, but that is the actual facts here. So GRNQ, this is a $45 million market cap company, up 100%. Already got rejected up here at 2. Guys, they're buying 4% of a gemstone.
I mean,
I'd even look it up.
I'm probably going to try to short this thing today. I think that kind of goes without saying. It's a very thinly traded stock. So we'll pull up some of these small caps that do have much more liquidity than a GRNQ here. It's a 45 million market cap, which is tiny. You talked about a $2 level, also looking at that 210 that was rejected. This is on decent volume, however, so there was some actual selling at $2.10. I think that's a better area for me for a bit of a stop. So going to be looking to short in front of 210, not necessarily the 2 even. 245 is the high of the day. So I'd like to be able to get a short at $2 if I can off of the open. There is a nice little bottom here at $1.55. If it holds that, I think we'll get a chance to get that short. If it holds it too many times, I guess that means people are going to like this news and we'll have to jump in and hunt for a long, but that's not my initial take on GRNQ. This is screaming an opportunity for us to be able to fade this up 100%. Just make sure you stick to your stop. Liquidity, not very good on this one. But Brendan, I know you have some ideas on this one. I don't know if you got into the trade on GRNQ.
Yeah, GRNQ, another one to have a look at today, guys, up 100% on this one. They're teaming up with another biotech firm to jump into the COVID-19 vaccine race. So huge gap. We were down here at 70, 80 cents yesterday, trading $1 higher today. Nice consolidation here under both VWAP and 180. So 180 up to $2, looking at those levels. If this breaks to the downside, though, we'll be short GRNQ. Guys.
Good luck, Brendan. And there's one more. I know people have asked about HTBX. I am watching HTBX. The only problem with this one, it closed at 95 cents and it's trading at $1.15. There's just not a heck of a lot of runway to the downside. Breakout potential through 120 on HTBX. It just, you look here, it's up 20%. That's fantastic. But there is a big level here in the daily 125. It tried to get there before. There's a few days in the making, a bit of a runner here. So it's either going to go back below $1, but that 125 looks like a solid breakout to the long side for me when I look at the daily. If it fails on that break, at that point I think you can short it. But I'm not hunting the short on HTBX. I'm actually looking at the long break at 125.
228.70. Yeah, just looking at some Facebook here as well. This bottom 228.40 might come into play on a longer time frame. This is just a 1-minute chart. Let's just break it down here. Let's go to a 5-minute chart and see what's going on here. Yeah, right, this is the level right. Oops, where did it go? This is it right here. 228. Actually, it's 228.80, 228.75, I guess, is the level that we're looking at. That's yesterday where we bounced before, just ripping up. 2 days ago we bounced here. This was a fantastic trade in the morning. Oh yeah, I remember this trade. And then we went to 240 here the next morning. And then yesterday, obviously, we saw that was a big fade back down. Yesterday, the NASDAQ getting hit. Brendan already talked about it. NASDAQ right now looks like it's negative on the day. So some of these stocks fading in. You see Facebook down 1%. I like this 228.70 here on a short for Facebook. For some reason, I was looking at it on a longer time frame, and I thought I liked 228.25. But that must have been down here looking at these. Yeah, actually, this is probably where the bounce is right here. Yeah, 228.30. That looks good. Yeah, 228.30 looks like a good spot here for Facebook. You may want to wait for 228 to break. With only 2 minutes left, we still have a while before that happens. I got some longs ready to go, man. I'm going to be shorting Twitter. We talked about that. CCL and LK are both going to be longs for me, and ACB is going to be a short as well. So let's see what happens today, guys.
Yeah, watch out for this Hertz as well, trying to make a move to that $1 mark. Of course, when it did reopen yesterday, there was wild action. It got up to about $1.40. Monster seller showed up at 140 and started this little turn to the downside. I actually couldn't even short it till $1. That's how hard we were chasing it. But it closed at 55. It's now making a move through that dollar even break. If it gets through there, I'm probably going to look to be selling this one if it fails at that same 140 mark. With just over a minute to go here, guys, that's obviously going to be on the radar. Luckin Coffee is also going to be on the radar. Done 13 million shares in the pre-market. It's slipping into this level here. What I'm looking to see is off of the open right at 9:30. If there's a spike or we can short this one in front of high of day, we'll pick that one up with a hard stop at the top there. It's exactly what worked yesterday. You just take the breakout if it goes long, but otherwise you want to play that little fade. We have just under that little minute to go, and I do want to get to one other one here for you guys. NEO was in play yesterday. It is up again, now over $4. Very, very tight range here. I actually usually like on the second day fading NEO. So if we hold below 4, I'll probably short in front of this 4 even. It's actually at 4 with 3 3 million in volume already. 30 seconds to go here till the open, guys. So Hertz on the radar. Twitter, that 33 mark we're going to look at. Also looking to fade Twitter as well. We've got on the bell today Valeria once again. Make sure you do hit like and subscribe and get us to that 30,000 so Valeria can do that dance. I know you all want to see her floss, but it's time for the countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is open. Immediate spike here on light volume in Twitter up to this 34 even mark. I'm looking to see if we can't fade it here with a little bit higher than the spike I wanted. 34.25 looks like the high yesterday. We'll probably try to jump into a short in front of that one immediately in Twitter. Just take a shot here to the short side on this little pop.
Yep, I'm already short right there. So we're short now, Twitter. We're going to see that same thing right now. Like I said, I'm not sure what this thing wants to do, but it looks like it's going to break through 34. So we'll probably be wrong on this one. But right now we are short 83 now on Twitter. So let's just see what happens. We're not going to give it too far above this. Maybe, yeah, just breaking through 34. We'll probably get some out and then see if we can hold the rest. But right now, short Twitter, 33.83. So coming back in now a little bit. That's the only position we have on. We're watching ACB, Luckin, and CCL, guys.
Yeah, I also have the same one. We talked about fading in that name, and we definitely did it. CCL, just looking at it, coming off rather heavily at the open here, trying to test this bottom. We always want to see, does it break through that 1780, or does it hold? If it holds, and whoa, Twitter making a move to the downside here, was able to get some more shares up there. Look at this little spike. We got some at 93 as well, so it's already starting to come off. Can actually take some profit. Was about to look to get into CCL. We're going to have to start managing this Twitter trade as well now that it's coming back in. You catch that spike. We talked about putting orders in on an upswing, anticipating a bit of a bounce, and then fading that one to the short side. So already working out in Twitter. We'll floss that off. Still have 60% of the position, but just got some out in front of 50. We're looking to test it all the way down to that 33 even mark as the futures are coming off towards that 30.15. Maybe we see that 3,000 again.
Yeah, we're monstrous in Twitter, guys. Neil was talking about it, but your boy has that. We're running that wheelbarrow right now. CCL as well. We're short 76 here. We're going to try. We talked about that going through 80. Was late to the party on that one because we're just cashing in on Twitter. Wow, this is a nice little trade for us. Just heading south side. We've already made a lot of our day up right now. CCL going downside as well. It's a big winners already. And there's the meme that everybody likes. Let's see if we can't just keep going downside now on. There it is. Come on, CCL. Here we go, baby. We're heading to the downside on this name, but we just took a little bit out. Let's see what it can do. We got to take some out of Twitter here. As
Twitter through 33.50, so I just got some out in the 40s there, but watching Hertz fall off like a rock here, headed towards 80 cents where there was a little bit of support. So watch that level, guys. Brandon, what do you got for us, buddy?
I'm just watching the Spirit Airlines, guys, save big sell volume there at the open, but right back up to pre-market highs here. Watch this, 14.50 up to 14.60 for save, guys.
Definitely going to be interested in that, as well as AAL or any of the airlines. I know Delta is heavily on a lot of your minds, but I am heavily watching right now. Big flush happening in Hertz. We did want to fade this one. Thought maybe we'd make a run to $1. That hasn't happened. 80 cents on the bid right now. There's a massive buyer here trying to hold it up. If you catch a bounce off this level, I'm going to look to short this pop. If it bounces off 80, if it's a breakout trade, you can take this one short, but it's going to be short sell restricted, so you can't hit that bid. You got to fade it or just hope to get lucky on an 80 break.
Good, yeah, good call on that one. Yeah, Hertz just keeps going downside here. Okay, so we got Facebook short now, we got CCL short, and Twitter is just a beautiful trade. I feel like we're out here barbecuing, everything is fine, we're having a nice little barbecue, and then boom, bang, okay, right in your face there. So watch out for some of your positions here today, guys. CCL, we do have it out. If this doesn't want to work, we've taken some out in the low 80s. If we break through here, 1810, we'll be out of the rest. So we're going to miss the step here on CCL. We did try that short. I did talk about loving 1850 long, so not sure why I tested that bottom there, but we're going to get out of this one soon, making up for it with everything else. But right now, Facebook to the short side. We basically got short side of the day there. We'll wait to see if that one can come back. But right now, Twitter, CCL, and Facebook, all short, guys.
Yeah, GRNQ. This one here did give you a little bit of a look to the short side. I did want it to get up to that $2 mark. It didn't do it for me here, but it's bouncing off this 155, which was a level before. before. We said if it breaks this, we're going to take it short. So if we take out 155 on GRNQ, we're going short. If it pops up towards that $2 mark, we're going short as well. So same plan there. 285, luck and short in front is busted through. So look for that to be a break at the high of day. I don't want to get involved in the middle of the range. Brennan, what do you got?
Just watching MRSN, Little Therapeutics name up on cancer data that they released this morning. Treatment for cancer therapy, in fact, that was positive, but rejected up here. 16 all the way down to 14. $2 move there for MRSN, guys.
I'm
guys,
getting the
your boy
fireworks,
did it
guys.
again.
Twitter down here, 33.30 we just got down to. So you catch these shorts. It's all about having a plan of action, guys. Looking for that pop, short the pop situation, and then you're seeing it try to bounce here. I'm looking to reload this one if I can in front of that 34. Keep the same stop at the high of day, and then just rinse and repeat over and over. Spirit, guys, this is a bit of a tight range. Look at this pre-market top. Look at the opening range top, 14.54. So call it 55. That's breakout potential. 14 even, obvious breakdown potential. So bracket order there. We're shorting a 14 break. I think we'll use 14.55 for a breakout to the top on Spirit.
Good call. And guess what, guys? I did it again here. I know Neil and Brendan were talking about short luck, and that's fine. The short was good for a bit, but look at this. Bang! There it is. Make your day. And thank you very much here for a nice little break on Luckin, buying that 286, ripping all the way up to $3. So there you go. We did it yesterday, doing it again today. Luckin straight to the upside. We've been cashing out. I mean, there's a nice little level here at $3. So we're going to see what that one wants to do there. But CCL right now, Twitter, you know, we've got Twitter. We've gotten it all out. I mean, not all of it out. We have less than half of our position left, 30%, but some nice outs down here, 33, 35. Unfortunately, our Facebook right now, we took some out when we were wrong. Then we got some out on the top side. So now we're holding a very small position in this one. But wow, there goes. I mean, Luckin right now, guys, that's the big time winner. So we catapult that one. We're going to get some more out here as it is fading back in. But Luckin, I hope you guys took that one to the bank, guys.
Here's a pop, that pop we're looking for in Hertz, trying to get through this pre-market high, and a big time buyer steps up at 90. So I'm looking for that 90 to break. I'll try to scroll down so you can see it. You can't see the size. Trust me when I tell you there was about 400,000 shares there. It's not a huge level, but it's going to be how we use it to get in. 94 is a top. We'll short it when it breaks. We'll use 94 as our out. This is the pop we're looking for off that 80-cent mark in Hertz. If you longed it, fair enough. I'm going to try it short once that 90 breaks. We'll stop order on that as well. We're still in this Twitter. I want to be reloading, but it's sitting right there at 33.50. So in the money short side on Twitter, looking for a breakdown on Hertz. If it takes a top off, however, 94, look for a long run into one even.
Yeah, Hertz. I mean, Hertz has been a great stock, and good thing that Neil's looking at that, because right now I am not. So we'll wait to see on this one. Facebook, we take some more shares short there. We did get blown out there at 229.80. So that was, you know, like about $1.50 there, loser on Facebook. But again, it's hard. I don't like to put on too many shares in that first minute or so. But right now, Facebook, yeah, that faded back down. So Luck and Coffee, though, right back up to the top side. We're taking some of this beauty out. No doubt about that one. CCL also, we had a rough ride, man. It went all the way up to 18. We were waiting. We did not get out, so thank God for that one. Now we're coming all the way back to the downside for yet again another winner. So there you go. Air Hornet out, guys. Big time. Everything we have on right now is a winner. Luckin, big time long. That's a winner. Twitter, 23 cents in the money, holding for that one. I talked about Luck wanting more on that one. CCL, now here we go. Crash, baby, crash, baby, crash, baby. Ooh, ooh. There you go. So we're heading to the downside. And now there goes Facebook as well. So yeah, today, guys, it's explosion for money on this side.
Yeah, we just talked about Hertz. It just broke that dollar mark. So looking to grab that long. Missed it at 94. Couldn't catch it. Want to get into Moderna, guys. mRNA trying to pop to the upside. I'm looking to short this level off the open. 52.50. That's going to be our pullback area to the short side on mRNA. Don't want to miss this one today on the short. Brennan, what do you got, bud?
Guys, retailer strong once again today. Macy's going again today, 15% already. Just broke $7 there on Macy's. BBBY also very strong once again today, guys.
Good
yeah,
call,
and
not
strong is a Spirit. Look, Spirit coming off here. We talked about the 14 break. Just took some out there. We got a 13.96 price short. So we're short Spirit. We're short Twitter. We're long Hertz at 102. Obviously would have liked to have this one at 94 when we gave you guys the long, but looking to run this little Spirit trade trade into 1350 and hang on for dear life. Moderna, we're trying to get that one on a pullback, but Hertz showing a tremendous amount of strength to the long side here, above 1 even. 94 looks so good, but I'm going to be in and out very quickly of these Hertz trades. Spirit, I think you can hold on to the short side. It's been up so much. Let's play this pullback.
Yeah, a save. I haven't looked at that in forever, but the one thing that we're looking at right now is another winner. Look at this, guys. We talk about losing that dollar on Facebook. Guess what? You're back in the money now. Another dollar. We reshort that 229, and now we're heading southbound, baby. These are the positions we have on. I want to change the scoreboard here, or sorry, not the scoreboard, the position board, but I'll show it to you right now. CCL, 19 cents in the money. Facebook, $1.20 in the money. Luckin, we still have that. That's 7 cents out. Twitter right now, 12 cents in the money. That's coming back. We may have to evaluate it. We only have 25% left on our Twitter trade and 10% left on Luckin, but right now those trades are going the wrong way. But Facebook continues to drop, so we hit a cheer for that one, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And just having a nice move on save. We'll go with winner, chicken dinner. Why not? We did mention that we wanted this one to get to 1350. Yeah, that's where we're headed right now. We just took some shares off at 56 in front. We still got a 1396 short. It's still falling like an absolute rock here, guys. We talked about the bracket. I didn't care which way it went. Once I saw that consolidation, I was taking the breakout trade in either direction. This time it's to the short side, and we're in the money about 50 cents on that one. It looks like it could be reload time, however, in Twitter. I do like using that level. It's not quite up to that 34 mark where we're short here at 93. But it is trying to make a bit of a move to the upside in a falling and tanking market. So the only thing I have on long is Hertz above $1, and that one's basically flat. I'm not going to let it retake that dollar even mark. I thought it would have a bit more run, squeezing out some shorts when it broke a dollar even. Hasn't gone too far yet. So 2 shorts, big winners. The long flat on Hertz.
Yeah, I mean, I need to be over there on Hertz, guys. And remember, we have direct market access, so a lot of you might not be able to make so many trades. And if you do, make sure you watch your fees. But I guess when it's under $1, hopefully for your broker, it's pretty cheap. Okay, we're looking at Facebook. We did take some out there, 227.78. The bottom here is 227.31. So we're going to watch out for that. CCL, man, that went all the way down, and we were able to get some out at 46 off of this short. So far today, this is, what's my number one stock here? Oh, it's Twitter. So that's good. But right now, CCL making that move. If we can continue to go downside, I still like the top, and lucky we didn't get taken out there. But we could still get upside. I'm going to hold CCL until we get back into 1750-ish. Facebook is coming back up. We did dump some of our luck in down here, but now we'll wait to see what it does on the top side, including a possible 3 break. That's coming hopefully soon, and we'll see what that can do. But right now, I'm going to relook at Twitter and ask Brendan, what's up, bud?
Yeah, similar look here, guys, for Norwegian. Bit of a flush off the open there, down to 17. Looks like we're trying to hold 17, though, as support. Needs to get back above 1750, this low end from the pre-market, to be any kind of strong today, guys.
And we're going to go to the moon. Thank you, Hertz. This is not an endorsement of the company. It doesn't have to be, but obviously there is some chatter. I mean, Avis is in a good position. Hertz has some assets here. Why not play the speculation? It's a breakout. It was a breakout at 94, guys. And unfortunately, I didn't get it till $1 even. I hope somebody was quicker on the keys than I was. We're now up here at 117. You're able to get that, that 10, 15% winner, depending on what your preference is. Here we go. I still have half my position, and we just halted to the upside. So a halt in our favor, bounce off 80, double bottom. We talked about that level. Breakout trade in Hertz, guys. We're long here to $1.02. We have an upside halt. Looks like a volatility halt to me. So it should open up in about 5 minutes. And actually, believe it or not, we're going to have those educational videos we're doing. One of them is going to be on halts and auctions, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, we're doing an hour with 4 of them. Hertz should be a good one off the open here. Spirit's giving me a pullback opportunity. We had a monster win on that short. Now it's giving me a reload shot here at 14 even. So first time was a charm. We got the 1350 move. We're going to play this one again. I still like it for a potential break if it ever got to 1455. Just don't know if it's going to happen, guys. So I'm back into the short on save. We're 1 for 1 on that name already. Twitter hasn't really given me an entry point to get back in, but I am hunting for that one. Just 3 positions on right now, and of course, Hertz halted in our favor.
Yeah, great look on Hertz there. Like I said, I didn't even notice it was going above $1. And yeah, what a break there. Obviously, information pending on that one. Okay, probably volatility held. Okay, we're coming down to the downside here. I do have a bid down here, 227.12. That's basically right in front of 227. I think we can get down there on Facebook, but my out is going to be up. I just said an out here, 229.45. So all the way back up here where we'll wind up getting out. But we're just hoping that Facebook can continue its march southbound. I know CCL is heading back southbound, so we don't have any bids on that one. And Twitter right now, so the only thing against us is this small Luckin trade. But like I said, we're out of Luckin. I'm holding it to see if we can't get back to $3 right now. But Brendan, what you got for us?
Yeah, a little headline there. Just posted it on the screen for GE, up 8% today. Nice look here. Huge volume on GE. They're selling their lighting business, getting rid of it altogether. So moving higher here, 8% for GE, guys.
Nice move.
GE is one of those ones that's never really much of a day trade for me. One that seems like it really should be. Moderna here coming back heavily. It just made a nice little bounce off 49.50. I hope you guys in the chat are also following with one of our senior traders, Kevin. He's been talking about Moderna all along. I'm involved in 3 positions, and none of them are this name. I think I did want to be shorting it in this 52.50 range. We're here right now. You got to give it to at least this 53.50-ish pivot. So you're risking about $1 if you get 52.50. I'd rather see it roll over first and then jump into the party instead of jumping in front of the train here, guys. So I'm going to be hunting the stock while Hertz is halted and looking for the first turn, grab a short, and throw that stop in 53.50 area on mRNA.
Yeah, Moderna. I mean, I was loving Moderna to the south side, and hopefully some of you guys took that as well. Like, it definitely has an investment in the 70s there. What a joke that stock is. Okay, we have another bid down here, 227.60. No, not 60, 53, or ahead of 50. So it's just bounced too many times off this 227.50. So here on Facebook, we're going to try to capture the $1.70 winner here off this short. We are right now short here, 229. So nice little $1.20 plus now in the money. So we're going to wait to see what that one does. Carnival as well, back into the 50s. Time to put some bids in here, Brendan. Let's go.
Another one to look at here, guys, that's going to benefit from economies starting to reopen, right? Dave & Buster's play on the NASDAQ, 6.7%. Have a look at this 1340 level, 1330 area from yesterday, and then again the pre-market needs to get above that, but play looking strong, guys.
I hope you guys reloaded over in a save. We mentioned Spirit Airlines coming back into that 14 range. It just pops up. I reload at 14 even. Actually looks like I got a decent price there, but we did hold some shares originally from our original 90 trade. We're short once again, just took some out for about a 15-cent scalp. It'll be the same story. Look at this. We're getting out in front of 80. We're getting some out in front of 13.50. We're maintaining a core short position the entire time through. I also picked up that mRNA. I mentioned if you did miss the initial move, what we say, try to catch it on a bit of a pop-up. This has worked every single day. That being said, you know, each time a trade formation or setup happens on the same stock 2-3 days in a row, expect the move to be a little bit less each time. So I'm looking to get this one out in front of 50 if I can. 52.19 short we have on. I am going to put the position board on so you guys can see the 4 positions that we're working with, all in the money. Hertz is halted to the long side. We're long 102. That's in the money for us. 14 pennies. mRNA 52.19 short. That's in the money, only about 20 cents. Save Spirit 14.02 short. That's in the money, 15 pennies. And Twitter, we're still short that at 33.93. That's in the money, about 30 cents, guys. So 3 shorts that are all working. 1 long, though, should open back up any second now on Hertz.
Yeah, hopefully Hertz will go in the favor there. Normally when it halts, it'll go upside again one more time. There it is. We'll floss it off there. Facebook, we get out. 227, what did I say, 53. Here we go to the downside. I guess my 227.12 would still be there. We still have this position on. So right now it looks like a nice little day for us. Facebook continuing to crash down. We took a $1.50 winner. This is a $1.50 loser. This is now we're in the money. $2. There you go. You want the big winners. Here we go. Facebook, a $2 winner. We already crushed Twitter. That one's coming to the downside here. So nice little move. $2 now in the money on this one. Twitter's 40 cents now in the money as this is also falling. This is back down to that spot, that lucky spot where we started cashing out before. So Twitter to the downside. I did want to talk about JP Morgan quickly. 29.90. I like this. 99.90 here is what I like this short. So we're going to see here if it breaks 99.80 maybe. 99.80, 99.75 or so. JP Morgan continuing to flush down. But wow, Facebook, let's get some out. This is a $2.50 winner there, Brendan. Any luck for Facebook with you, bud?
I haven't looked at it, but yeah, a huge move to the downside there. Nice look on Facebook. Party City going a little bit here. Just broke $1 on huge volume. Big time buyer step up, took this thing back above $1. So Party City, another one that could benefit from the economy starting to reopen. Guys.
Got a bunch of Hertz out at 107, 108 on the way back in. It opened up. It tried to hold the highs. This is why we took out half the position on the way up for that 10% gain. And then the rest of it, break even, stop. We also just concluded our Twitter trade. We got exactly towards our target there, guys, in front of that low. 33.25-ish was a bit of a bottom in the pre-market. And we just got a couple of legs out there. We did miss that reload opportunity, unfortunately, but a 33.93 short with our last shares out at 33.29. Not going to be too upset about that one. Spirit Airlines, however, is continuing its downward slide, guys. So if it breaks this 13.65-70 consolidation area with the market just crushing, we're going to get some more out while holding this core short. So 13.50 next target again on Spirit, and we're going to hold this short for dear life there. Moderna is holding up for us just a little bit. It's checking up here in this same range in front of 53. Hasn't rolled over yet, but also hasn't broken this opening range here. Right at the open got to 53. Right before the open was at 53.50 hold. So that's our stop. We're short both these names here, Spirit and mRNA.
Guys, you want to talk about, mRNA, missed opportunity there for me, but that's okay. Look at these bangers, guys. So here we go. Oh, man, Twitter just went long by accident there. Hold on. Got to get out of that one, and we will. But Twitter, we're out of it. It was a huge position. Here we go. We're not long anymore. We just covered that, same as Neil there. 33.19, guys. That's like a 70 penny winner right there on Twitter, so good one there. Look at this short on Facebook. This is a $3.50 winner. So there it is, guys. Nice little trade here on Facebook. And CCL's 35 pennies. The day just keeps getting better. Just tweeted it out, guys. Join us. Nice little $3 winner right here on Facebook.
Yeah, just looking not a double stop if you see it in the chat. Talking about a double bounce area here on Luckin here, double bottom 270, but the opening range was lower than this at 260. If it does fade, I'm going to look to be short in this one. The plan was originally to try the short in front of 285. We did that and got quickly stopped out for a 5-cent hit, actually a couple of pennies less than that. I'm now looking to short this little break that's happening right now in Luckin. Use that same 285 area to build a short position in Luckin Coffee here. So just jumped into some shares at 68, out that 70 break. Going to look to see if we can fade that one all the way up to about 280 with the same area stop. mRNA still flat for us here. And I am looking for a re-entry point into Twitter at some point. But Hertz with a bounce again. So it's basically in the exact same range off that reopen. The breakout was at one even here, and it got up to that 115, 120. Has held this range either direction. I do think it's not going to hold this for very, very long. If it goes back below $1, I'll look for some shorts. Otherwise, this is a breakout potential from 120. Remember, the 140 area from yesterday in the afternoon, that's the next stop after 120. Big seller was there yesterday. Brennan, what do you got? Valeria. Oh, sorry, Valeria.
Thank you, Neil, and hello trading family, and welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Guys, subscribe to our channel now and join us every day starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow, we will be recording our live educational video to tape, so we would love you to join us. Guys, I'm sending out the link on the chat, so save it and join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, hit the thumbs ups. I think we already reached 500. If we didn't yet, guys, hit the thumbs button. Now our goal is 1,000 likes before the end of the show. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Good job, Valeria. Thank you so much for that one. Look at CCL, guys. 53-cent winner. We've got this one on CCL. We're cashing it out right now. Oh yeah, JP Morgan, another one. So there's another floss coming through, guys. We shorted JP Morgan 99.83. Gave this one to you again. Another 30-cent winner. The hits just keep on rolling here, Brendan. Let's go. What a day.
Here's another earnings name for you guys. StoneCo, STNE on the NASDAQ up about 19%. Already broke to the downside here, but gave you a nice opportunity through 32.50 there. This 31 was the level in the aftermarket. They had earnings, payment processing firm, but earnings were better than expected, but coming back in for STNE, guys.
And there goes Spirit once again, guys. We talked about 13.50. It's back down into that range. We're going to take some out in front of that level, and we're going to look to reload once again. This time I think we'll try to get more like 14.10, 14.25. I think it could give you a better price the next time it pulls back. Luckin, I wanted to be adding to this position. Look, it's not a bad thing when a stock goes in the money for you, but I did mention that I wanted to be shorting this one a little bit more heavily in front of that 80 level. It's not giving that pullback after the 70 break, so we're in the money about 5 cents. This one, we'll see if we can't run it to the low of the day here. In the pre-market, that was 255. Story not done. I would love to get more shares, but Luckin just wants to go in the money for me. We're going to have to take some out in front of that low. Great short here on the 270 break. Hope you got it with me.
Yeah, great trade on Luckin, that's for sure. A great trade here, JP Morgan, downside and cashing out, guys. Right now, less than half of our position on. We'll see if this one continues to go. Facebook at its lows again. I mean, 225.15 are the lows, and we've been cashing. This is a short down here. 229, we are still short. This is a $3.50 winner right now. Obviously, we don't have as many shares on because we did take out a lot of it right here, but there goes Facebook, guys. $4 now in the money. JP Morgan, 20 cents in the money. CCL, ho-hum, 75 cents in the money. What a day, Neil, what a day.
Yeah, absolutely. What a day. That's actually one of my daughter's favorite songs from Fred Penner, and it is What a Day. Just got some shares out. A big level at 260 here on Luckin Coffee, and I think when you're taking profit on a trade like this where you plan to move some shares, watch these ranges. 258 was a bit of a bottom here. We just saw 270 break, so you're happy to grab at 8 to 10 cents on a $2 stock. We are looking for more. If it takes out this low, watch out below. There aren't a heck of a lot of levels till about 225 or 220 even on that's name. Luckin Coffee up 20%, but falling heavily here. Now 12 cents in the money. Brennan, what do you got?
Guys, one we were looking at past couple of days as being quite strong. Tilray coming back to the downside, 3% now. Just got crushed off the open there. $11 broke all the way down to 10.20. Bit of a bounce here, but Tilray, watch this. Looks like 10.70 came into effect yesterday right at the close, guys.
And there it is again, a 50-cent winner once again. So we just hit the cowbells. JP Morgan dropping like it's hot right here, guys. Big winner, $3 winner Facebook, 70 cents here on CCL, bouncing. Look at this out on CCL, guys. 16.96 some outs. Now we're almost done of all of our trades so far today. Everything's been a winner. Luckin, here's our Twitter winner. Bang, we still have some well, no, actually we don't. We got out and actually I should have held that mistake right there. Okay. Luckin, you saw this one. Bang, now into the upside. 85's out up here, rejects off 3, now tanking. Good trade on that one by Neil. CCL right here, short, we talked about that as well. And that's what it is right now. And JP Morgan, a nice little out again, 99.32. Let's see if we just keep on crashing. Right now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 on the day.
Actually, oddly enough, 6 for 6 it looks like, but one of them is not really a mover. We'll call it 5 for 5 that you guys are watching. 250 just broke on Luckin Coffee. When you're thinking about how to take profits and get a big winner, go to the higher time frame. Look at the 240 top from yesterday, but also look at that 220 area with a bit of a pivot. I like that for the afternoon sort of double top. So those are the two targets we have. Now the 250 is broken. I got a third of our position left. Out in front of 240, out in front of 220, shorting any pop in front of 285. That's the plan of action on Luckin. It was a great long yesterday. It was a great long on the break 85. Now with the short trade until it proves otherwise. Got to retake 285 or I will be net short in Luckin. Brennan, what do you got?
This PHUN, guys, we were looking at this one day last week. Had a big pop to the upside. Coming back in, really no bounce. Was kind of waiting for 155, 160. They're teaming up with a U.S.-based media company to handle all of the mobile communications for the Trump-Pence election campaign. Guys.
Okay. Trump-Pence election campaign, you say. Okay, yeah, and like we talked about that already today, a little bit of politics there. I think it's going to be an exciting time come November. So
to be honest, what were we talking the other day? We were forgetting the fact that it's an election cycle. I mean, the market's so active, there's so much happening on a daily basis that you almost forget, hey, we're going to have some election action that'll be good. We got some action over here in Moderna. Just got some out at VWAP. We talked about working this position in front of that 53.50. I was able to add to it finally on that little pop there. We got some 65s in, but I'm going to take some off at VWAP on this little push. If it holds this range between about 51.50 and about 53, I want to be able to play inside of it, so we'll scalp off about 50 cents to a buck, whatever we can get inside there. That was about $1. Now we'll look to see if it can hold this double top. This top here at 53 even. Stop is still at 53.50. I'm not using 53 even as a stop. You want to let it break that area and fail and then jump into the position, jump in again. You can't be unwilling to risk an extra 50 cents on mRNA. It'll be very difficult to trade if you're not going to have that kind of exposure, guys. So Luckin is now still in the money, 30 cents for us. I'll get you back to Spirit. That's the airline that I've chosen today. Could have been a lot of these other names, but Spirit was the one. We just got some out in front of that 50. It's continuing its downward slide. I'm still net short. If it breaks low of the day, I'll still be short. If it pops up to 14 even, I'll get more short. So until the trend breaks, short Luckin, short mRNA, short Save. I'm hunting for a long. I haven't found one yet, though, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone was asking you about buying CCL. I didn't buy CCL. I don't know what Neil was doing there, but I'm still short CCL. Again, we're not beside each other anymore, so I can't see, but 1776 is my short, and now it's a 90-cent winner, so that's a cash register today. CCL, guys, it's my new favorite stock. I haven't even looked at Microsoft. That was my favorite, but the way we've been destroying CCL lately, it's just amazing how well this stock is traded for me, including today. A little bit of a short there. We get out a little bit nervous thinking we might have got hit there, but it does not happen, and then just fades right back down. And once again, I know NHL is coming back, so we have another slap shot winner there for you guys for sure. Facebook still a $3 winner. So let's get out of some of our CCL now if it breaks back above 17, but right now, beautiful trade there.
Yeah, and just watching Hertz trying to keep bouncing in the same range, and I did say I didn't anticipate it holding $1 to $1.15. I thought it would get outside of this range, but it did make a bit of a bounce off a buck. When that level gets taken out, you are going to see me short it still. That is still the plan. But I'm going to give it a shot in front of this high. I mean, I still think it's a breakout, but why not see if we can't fade 115 as well on any kind of a pop in Hertz, and we can use that 120 as a breakout to the upside. Moderna's in the money $1. Luckin is looking to give us a reload, hopefully in the 270 range where we're short already. But now I'm hunting Hertz. So 3 shorts, looking for a short at about $1.10 on Hertz in front of that 115 and then 120 top. Also, breakdown trade at $1 even. It's SSR, of course, so it's going to be difficult to get that short, but we're going to give it a shot if it breaks a buck.
Yeah, I just gave you guys an out there on the chat. Hopefully you saw that. 1722, which is just up here. This little gap up there. If it comes out, we'll get CCL out. Otherwise, we're rolling to the bank today with a bunch of different winners. And there's an NYC bull, but he's about to get crushed because right now the futures are about to turn red. I was long SPXU yesterday as well. I know some of you are doing that trade. So hopefully that can work out for all of us and the market will fade back down just a little bit. But now, over at the big screen, let's check in to see what is happening now with Brendan.
Hey guys, 10 o'clock started off pretty positive, coming back to the downside here for North American markets. We'll have a look. You can see the S&P 500 back below 3,000, still positive, but just barely hanging on. The Dow as well, still positive, but just barely also well off the highs from the pre-market. We mentioned in the pre-market, if you joined us, the NASDAQ went negative first. So negativity coming in tech stocks. Look at that, 1% now for the NASDAQ to the downside. If you shift down here to the Russell, still quite positive for small caps today, about 1.5%. Here in Toronto, the TSX 0.4% to the downside. Had some bank earnings. Banks are strong, but cannabis names coming back to the downside. Down in Brazil, BOVESPA still in positive territory as well, 1.24% for Brazil stocks. Here's Hexo, a little one leading today to the downside, 8% in negative territory. Penny stock rejected again at $1, straight down to 88 cents. All kinds of volume on Hexo today in Toronto. Have a look at that. Air Canada moving sharply lower today. There was a share offering, guys, on Air Canada announced this morning, $17.70 straight down to $16.50. We're consolidating right at day lows for AC. The next one here, BMO, number of earnings reports in the banking group in Toronto here, 1.6% to the upside. TD also very strong, and MFC in positive territory. Bit of a mixed session, as we're saying now, guys. Back to the downside. Over to you.
Downside continues, guys. CCL now at day's low. We've got that one. So once again, today I feel like it's been this kind of a day. My favorite game, Street Fighter. It's been pretty much a perfect day as we go. The only problem was we did get slightly stopped out of our initial Facebook short. If we were still in this stupid short, we would be monstrous. But we did get out of some of that here for that $1 hit. Then we believed in the trade and re-shorted it. Unfortunately, do not have the monster position that we would have if this didn't happen. But right now, Facebook down to the downside. The day, like we just say, guys, just keeps on getting bigger and better. Look at JP Morgan, flushes down. We get out at 99.22. That's another 57-cent winner. So, everything so far that we touch seems to be gold, guys.
I'm looking at save here, guys. It's just broken low of the day. Like I mentioned, we're shorting a pullback if it got to that 14 mark. It didn't, but we're going to stay net short as long as we see this trend continue, and it hasn't given me any reason to get out. We took profits where we said we would at 80s and in front of 50s. We're now in the money 70 pennies on that one. MRNA's in the money, still $1 here. I am going to think about getting a little bit more aggressive on Hertz. I was hoping to get some shares to the south side in front of that 115. I'm trying to patiently start this position at 109. It's a reverse long at 120, I think, at that point, but I want to be short in case it breaks that one even, and I want to add to a short position on that break. So I still have not found a long. The only thing I'm looking at right now would be Hertz through 120. Sean, you were mentioning CCL. We talked about the airlines. We haven't talked about Boeing here, which, like everything else, down at 145. It's made a $3 move to the downside. This is essentially yesterday's close, 144.73 about to come into play. If it can catch a bounce here, any kind of consolidation, and the futures somehow get themselves back to 3,000, I think there could be a little bit of a long bounce play in Boeing, but I'm not even holding out hope for that. Now $1.50 in the money on mRNA, looking for that about 2 to 250 in terms of return on the second half of that position.
Yeah, I can't believe I've been calling a good trade on mRNA. I can't believe I've been calling that short the whole time and then don't have it. So yeah, unbelievable on that one. Good look there. At least Neil has it. So one of us got that one. Facebook right now, it's just consolidating like crazy down here. So something's about to happen here. I just don't know what it is. We're going to wait to see. And I'd rather it break down. So I think we're going to wait to see on a 225.14 break here. If you want to get super aggressive, 225.50 maybe for a little tester. I'm going to switch my out here. Actually, I don't even think I have a Facebook out yet. We're going to wait to see 226. What is this high? 226.70 there. We'll make sure we capture $2 plus on that trade. But I am looking for a breakdown here, 225.40. But look at CCL now, guys. I don't even know what to say. I just tweeted it out. Shout out to Bear Bull Traders and Carlos and whatnot. I know we go back and forth with this stock, but yeah, I guess we can go on cruises for a very long time now because yeah, a nice little $5 winner on this $16 name, guys.
Yeah, and I'm just watching Hertz. I'm going to have to continuously zoom in here so you guys can see. Of course, yesterday's action was wild. Just started the position here at 109. We wanted to be patient. We are patient. We're looking to get some more shares in between here and 115, 120 breakout through the top. So we have another short on now, count at number 4. Brendan has something for us. What do you got, bud?
Another retailer, guys. Michael's going here. What a move this thing's had this morning. 340 straight to 380 here. Monster volume coming into the upside. 18.5% for MIK. Guys.
Michaels. Okay, I mean, that hasn't been on the radar for me. One that was this morning, I just want to jump to that GRNQ. I know some of you guys were watching this one. I was looking for a sell here. Of course, we got busy selling some of these, I guess, faster movers, and they've been all pretty good stocks to the short side. If you did grab this one through the low at 155, like we had mentioned, you're probably looking to see if you can't get a 50% retracement. 82-cent close, so you're probably looking at something in the range of about 110 to 120 as your target out. I think that's a reasonable one. Otherwise, you're shorting pullbacks into that 155, 160 area. 180 would be your stop. I'm only looking for the pullback here to about that 155. Hasn't happened yet, so it's still on my radar. Just haven't traded it yet. GRNQ. Volume good. It is moving. It's worthwhile for that look, but we're involved heavily to the short side in 4 other names here.
Thank you, Valeria, and yeah, GNQ. Look, I don't trade a lot of these, the smaller names, so that's why it's a good thing to watch out for Neil and those accounts as well. But right now, I might not trade the smaller names, but we do have the big winners. CCL right now, that's $1 in the money. Facebook's $2.70 in the money, with my out going to be up here, 226.79, and JP Morgan's 40 cents in the money. JP Morgan doesn't want to go. We've just been getting some out now, right around the 50 level. My best out was this 23 or 24 level there. So we'll see as that continues to fall down. I do like JP Morgan continuing to go. I will probably also take some Facebooks through this level here, 225, 14 or 15. Guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to be back every day for you from 9 till 12, and then tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to go live at 1 p.m. We're going to send the link out as well, where we'll be doing some classes on a few key topics, like that VIX, like buying the dip and whatnot. Join us live for those sessions. As guys, I have absolutely no loss from top today, so it's a cowbell here. Look, no losing trades today, guys. Let's go.
I'm going to go with, I don't know, you guys like floss, we're going to floss. You want to see, not me floss, you want to see Valeria floss at some point, and my key is up there, but it's not going to be as good. Get us to that 30,000. Hopefully you like the Luckin trade. We just got a refill of our coffee, and it's not Luckin coffee, I can promise you that. Just got it in front of that 240 mark that we talked about, so you take a 270 break short, you catch your 10% return there. I think there's room to 220 here. I'm hunting a pullback into this 255, 60 range. Certainly we'll get back into that trade. Hertz is holding flat, however. It's not really going anywhere. Still short at 109. Brennan, what do you got for us?
Remark Holdings, guys, a name we've been looking at over the past couple of weeks, going again today, 19.5% here. Held $3 at the open there. We're up to 350. Watch this 350. Tested it a couple times and got rejected. So Remark Holdings had a new product launch today, moving sharply higher, to say the least, on volume. Guys.
All right, guys, I'm just in chill mode right now. We just flossed that off with Facebook. Bang, that one out. That's a nice little $2.70 winner. We took it out, and check out what's happening to JP Morgan. We are failing. Not the bank isn't, but the stock. Definitely today it's failing. We are short right here, guys, and it might be a fruit salad time already, as we are short right now, $99.83. It's down touching $99 right now. CCL's $1 in the money. JP Morgan 70 cents in the money. Today's special show sponsored by what I see for the first time in here. Looks like plum. I don't know if that's a plum or a peach. I'm going to try it out. I think it's a plum on first look.
I'm pretty sure it's a plum.
Yeah, today's show sponsored by Plum and huge winners. So it's been a great day today. JP Morgan, there it is. He hits the fruit salad for me. Thank you, guys. Today's show sponsored by Plum. And Plum also, guys, your today's special code word. Your code word is plum. Whatever that means.
Yeah, I had no idea what that means. But mRNA, I think we know what this means. Stock is in trouble. We've been talking about it this entire time. It's a slow grind to the downside, but you just got to stay patient with it here. I think it was the right call to take some out at VWAP, even though it's continuing to flush to the downside. So we're in the money about $1.70 or so on mRNA, looking for a little bit more than that. Out in front of low of day is the plan. 49.60 is that low. 50 even is a nice little target for us on that trade. Spirit Airlines continues its slide. There's not a heck of a lot of reason to get out of this one. It is attempting to make a bit of a bounce here after getting to $13 even. That would have been a decent target, but because I didn't add that on that last pullback, I didn't want to take this position off. It gives me another shot to add on this little pullback to 70 or so. That would be a reason to get out in front of low of day. Hasn't happened yet. Watch out for Hertz though, guys. We did mention I wanted to work into this short, but it was one of the only longs that I think we could hunt would be a 120 break. So I am going to be net short Hertz in front of 120, but that's a breakout at 120, guys. Watch to see if that one can't go another 20 cents. 140 was a big area when it reopened yesterday in the evening. But it is that time. It's 10:10. That means Brendan is at the big screen for some upgrades and downgrades.
Interesting names on here once again today, guys. We'll have a look at upgrades and downgrades. AMC just noticed 4% move to the upside today. This is the one that there was rumors swirling around. Amazon might be interested. Turns out it was the television network, AMC television network, that they were looking at, not the theater. Billy to the upside today on a couple of upgrades. We'll have a look at that in a second. NIO catching an upgrade again, and this one down here really hasn't done much. That's just gapping up. Cintas, interesting look. Trying to go negative. I'll show you that one in a second. And Hyatt catching an upgrade today. Some of the hotels we were talking about, MGM as well, to the upside. Very, very positive to start the session. Here we go. Billy, yeah, went negative, but holding the bottom end of this range from yesterday afternoon around this 33. If it does bounce here, 34 is where we started the day, so might get a retest of 34. Could be along in there somewhere. Cintas, yeah, just going negative here on the downgrade. This 252, 251 area. This thing had a huge move to the upside yesterday, so lots of room if this does get below these support levels around 251 from yesterday. Guys, back over to you.
And we're pennies away from our target on mRNA, but the story here is the reversal in Hertz at 120, guys. So get the long at 22 was our slippage. We're going to take some out all the way up. We mentioned 140 was a level in the afternoon yesterday. It's not that there's a heck of a lot of levels when you have a stock that goes down this far, but that's the one that we can watch. You go to that higher time frame and are able to look at the heavy turnaround that it had at 140 even. So here's 130. We're going to take some off out in front of that, but we have a big position to the long side here here on the break. It's the only long I've had since the open here. I mean, we're still short on Moderna, about $2 in the money. I want $2.50. I don't want to get too greedy with that one. $2 is kind of perfectly fine here, so I don't want to split hairs too much with Moderna on the short side. And Spirit may be giving us that reload opportunity as well that we've been looking for on the short.
And guys, there it is. We did it again. There's Hertz, guys. The 1-for-1. The knockout punch gets delivered. Goes long 122. We get out all the way up here. We get some 125, 127, 128, 129. I don't think it even printed 130, did it? Let's see. Our best out, no, 129. So we go long 121, and yeah, a big position to say the least. And we get out. So right now we have 20% left. Big time winner right there, the one and done. So we explode the money on Hertz, just going upside there. I told you I'd look at it. We come in, we destroy it, and we leave. So that's that one right now. But Hertz still going to the upside. I hope so. As it's coming back down, I know Neil went long there, 122. Were you able to get anything out on the top?
I got a bunch out there, starting 25 all the way up to the 29 as well. I'm going to hang on to this position. I think a breakout of that potential when it gets a level like that, it's that sort of you get that pre-market high type breakout. I like that for a little bit more room here. So I do have half out. You got to take some profit. It's reckless not to. When the volume is that good and it's on 100 million shares and you're not taking profit when you have the ability to get in and out quickly, I think you're sort of throwing money away not doing it. So I did take some out, but I am holding, see if we break that 130 mark. Luckin Coffee here is pulling back into this 250 to 255 range. This is the first reload for me. We tried some more here at 270. Never really got back to that price. So shorting the pop here in Luckin. Just jumped into some at 52. I'm going to be adding in front of that 260 mark. Brendan, what do you got for us?
We were talking about the banks being strong yesterday. Sean mentioned JP Morgan already. Have a look at Goldman here as well, guys. 4%. Just took out pre-market highs here, 203.80 and change up to about 204. Huge move up for this thing yesterday as well. Banks leading once again if you are looking for strength, guys.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to get out of our bank stock down here, and we had 8 shares up here, so we got out those. But JP Morgan, yeah, thanks for bringing that up again. We turned bearish on that name. I'm a big bull, as it's a big long in my account, so we'll just wait to see. Yes, keep going, JP Morgan. Where is an upside break on this one? I was just looking at Tesla, actually. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, JP Morgan already broke. 99.84, we should have taken that long, but we did not. 99.84, darn it, we missed that one. That's right here, this little break. Missed that spot, you know, again, consolidation down here, then ripping up and breaking that one. Too busy crushing this Hertz to notice that, but Hertz right back to the upside now. Again, we'll wait to see if it breaks through 130 one more time. Morgan Stanley also up another 6%. Wow, anybody holding these bank stocks, congratulations. The fun is just beginning on those names, but here's Tesla, like we did talk about it. My favorite stock logo, if you're joining us for the first time, like this one, how it just electrifies there. A good little look there. 813.50 on Tesla. Where is that? It's right up here. 813.50. That was this little bottom. I liked it going through it. Let's see if it breaks higher now on Tesla. We're going to go long 813.50 on Tesla, but you got to watch out. It's 3,000. We just took that out again. CCL still a 50-cent winner. I thought I was supposed to get out of this one at 17.22. We'll see what happened with that order. We're going to get out of CCL, guys.
I'm throwing you guys under the bus for that. We have fantastic graphics here. That one is a little bit funky to me, but we'll see about it. Why am I throwing it down? Because there is the 130 break, hanging on to about half our position in Hertz for the 130. We gave a target of 140. Oddly enough, that's just because someone tipped their hand after market or in the afternoon yesterday, selling a boatload of shares at 140, causing a bit of a turn. So I think that's a key level to look for. So you hang on for that break. Any way you could play it. I think I actually gave you a reload that I should have maybe even taken at 120. I'll take some shares out here at 33, some more out 35, 37 in front of 140. I will be all out if it gets to that price, of course. Target almost hit. We're getting pretty close to it. Brennan, what do you got for us, bud?
Another earnings name, guys. Ralph Lauren reported a larger than expected loss for their fiscal fourth quarter, but yeah, 6% to the upside as they saw a huge jump in digital online sales because of the pandemic. So a nice look, even with the larger than expected quarterly loss for RL, guys.
Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be involved in that one. But Hertz still making its move for us here, but Moderna is pulling back a little bit, guys. So we did talk about trying to get out in front of that 50. It bounced at 50.30 or so. Probably got a little bit greedy and should have taken a stop off at 50.50. If we hold VWAP at 51.60 or so, that's probably an area where you might want to consider reloading in that short. Then you can take some out in front of low a day and then hold for a breakout style trade. So that's the setup that I'm looking at in mRNA. We've already taken profits, so playing with house money, but Hertz just keeps on going. Hurt me, Hertz. 138 we're looking at right now. Like I said, I'd be all out in front of 140. It's too much buying here. I'm going to hang on to 10% of my position and not get everything out and see just how far this one does want to go, guys. So I'm going to change it up here. We did get a bunch of shares out there at 37. That'll be the last we'll get out. Break even stop on the rest. Let's see if we can't break 140. It did very, very briefly on that break yesterday in the afternoon. It did touch as high as 148, but slammed back down. Let's see how far it can go if it takes out that 140 mark, guys.
Yeah, Hertz, great trade there. I don't know if it's just a one-hit wonder or not, but Luckin banged that one out. Hertz again banged this one out for a nice little profit. You guys can see what we're doing on this one. I'm waiting at 39 now. See, we're using an inverted gateway, so we're going to see if we get hit, and there it is. A nice little win there. So we alley-oop the market. Bang to the upside. Wow, what a move, guys. We've got this 20 pennies dead to right here. I mean, we've been getting out, but what a return on everything we've been trading today. Twitter, wow, okay, Twitter falling even more now. We're going to look to the downside of that one. This was a monster trade. Look at this short, guys, early on Twitter. Short and then out. That's a dollar winner right there. Hertz, you can see the damage we're doing on this one. 15+% winner on this. CCL, yeah, there's that 22. So we did get that fill. So that's coming back in and out as well. JP Morgan, beautiful short there. Luckin, beautiful long, but the short's been good. We'll have to check back with Neil. I know he's shorting that one probably out now as it breaks through 50. So we'll find out about that.
I'm reloading that one here, but Hertz is, I don't know where Hertz is going to go. 147 was that afternoon top. It's literally taking it out right now. So I've taken a few more shares out. If it breaks 150, we're still going to hang on to some.
Yeah, Hertz, I'm getting out right now. I have, a lot of shares here. We're getting out. We're dumping it. We're out. We'll wait to see now on this. Holding a very, very small spot, but Hertz, once again, rockets up the board. Not my number one stock, as you might expect, but we'll wait to see here as it's been a home run on Hertz. One name I'm noticing here that's falling. Oh, you know what I didn't do? In all this excitement, I missed Tesla. Please tell me Tesla did not go. TSLA, I'm struggling to get to it. TSLA. We got to switch it over. That's the problem, is that Hertz, not New York stock. We got to switch over to NASDAQ here for this. No, thank God it didn't go. So 813.50. That's going to be my in on Tesla. Not there yet, guys.
Yeah, not there yet, but Luckin, we did try another short there in front of 270. The short all the way down was fantastic. That one gets back up towards VWAP, so accidental long that I'm just going to take out for about a penny win. Look, if it continues going, I didn't mean to go long. We had a stop in that we didn't want to fill, so I'll just take the in and out for 1 cent worth of a win, see how far it goes. I am still hunting that 285 level. If it gets up there, we're going to take fade and short that one in front of 285 on Luckin. If it does fail to get securely through VWAP, I'd also look to take a retracement short if it breaks 260 once again. But it's already 10:20. Wow, time is absolutely flying. It's time for our small cap recap with Brennan at the big screen.
Hey guys, yeah, small cap time. Let's have a look at some opportunities in small cap world so far today. We mentioned this one in the pre-market. Green Pro Capital, they're buying 4% of some giant sapphire gemstone. So yeah, gapping up on that news today. $1.80 to $2 we were talking about right at the open. Gave you a great opportunity to be short at that $1.80, $2 above that. We got all the way down to about $1.30 on the move to the downside. Pretty uneventful trade. It's been a bit of a grind to the downside. Just take note, volume already dying off here on GRNQ. So move might be done, but we shall see. ACB, rewind the tape. We were talking about 16 and 16.25 as resistance up here. 16, 16.25 came right up to that, reversed on a dime. Still holding some of this down to 15.20 on ACB. Still showing its hand as being weak. And this one, Safety Group, gapping up on earnings today. Blowout quarter for them as far as the earnings are concerned, but overall very weak stock. If you go out to a higher time frame, still up 23%. There's a seller up here at 160 to 165 that keeps refreshing. So as long as it's below 165, we'll be short a little bit of Safety Group. Guys, back over to you.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Brendan. I see a question from Sirach. I've been trying to hunt longs, and the only one I had was that Hertz trade. I got to be honest with you. I'm net short here. I'm going to put the position board on so you guys can see what we are working with here. It is, of course, still 10% of our position left in Hertz, like I mentioned on that 150 test. So we're long 122 there. Short on Luckin, 264, just got back into that one. mRNA is $2.40 in the money, short 52.65. That's approaching 50 even and low of the day very rapidly. Spirit, we're still short at 14.02. That's in the money, 60 cents there, guys. So I am looking for something to be able to be a buyer of. Hertz is looking very, very strong. I don't really have a target here if it breaks 150. We're just going to see how far it can go and maybe trailing stop that one. As far as mRNA goes, it is trying to put in a bit of a double bottom here. Once I do see that, it just bounced off that 50.34 again. I said if it got in the money about 220, I would take it this time. I did just do that. So $2.20 winner will go disco ball action, even though it's not disco music. And I see what you guys did. You knew that I didn't want to hit that key, so you switched it up on us. I love you guys playing the fun games over there. I think it's a little bit weird, but why not? We'll roll with it. mRNA, I am out, but I am hunting a VWAP retracement for a short or a low break. If it takes up 49.50, don't hesitate to jump into that one again, guys.
So guys, the count on Neil saying hunting, I think, is up to 48 today. So we need a graphic for hunting, just like we got one for barbecue. And today, I think we're having chicken drumsticks tonight. So I'll be doing a whole bunch of this. And my kids know sometimes the barbecue gets a little bit on fire. So there we are flipping. So what is that, sausage? And then blows up in your face. Okay, JP Morgan, 109 here. We're going to go small short if it does break down a little bit here. Very, very small because I am nervous that we're up 4.5% still. We'll probably give it maybe even to this level here at $100.60. We're not short yet, but if it does go back down, and then we'll put on a nice monster short here if it does break down below 99.80 again. So we'll look, not monster, but we'll put on a decent spot similar to what we did here. As the day goes on, though, we do tend to get out a little bit of our positions. Hertz right back up to the upside. Look at this, we got out, what an out on that one, 148, but it's right back to where it is now. So like Neil, I'm holding that 10%. We'll wait to see if that wants to break through 150. It's funny because, again, yesterday afternoon, I said that this thing probably starts ripping up soon, and I gave the example that someone may buy them. Someone may like their assets there. And so Hertz today up just 161%. Like, why do I not take some of these in my small account overnight? I don't know, but right now Hertz up 163%. I hate making those calls and then missing out on it. But ACB, oh, Brendan, you did talk about ACB a little bit. I want to talk about that quickly. I know you're short. Great trade on that one. I am looking for that 15.25 just like you are. We'll hunt for that level. There it is. What's up, Brendan?
All right, guys, let's go to Papa John. Sign up for the watch list. Guys, Valeria will throw out the link if you haven't already. Sign up for the watch list. This one was on it today. They came out with previous month comparable store sales numbers that were through the roof. Obviously, a lot more pizza being eaten with everyone staying at home. But big flush on this one from the open, 77 all the way down to 72. But look at this, right back up. We're right back above that 75 level. That was a little bit of support on the way down originally. So PZZA bouncing pretty hard, guys.
PZZA, man, we did have Papa John's. Make sure you get that watch list like Brendan said, because this was all over it. And wow, tremendous amount of support. Anytime I see a move like that, bouncing that heavily with the market holding on the lows, the first thing I'm thinking about is roll over. And if it can roll over past 75 here, I think that's going to be a retracement. The only problem with Papa John's is liquidity. 20-cent spread. 700,000 in volume, so you have to be careful with your size and your stop orders. You got to cross like 40, 50 cents to make sure you get a fill. That's very, very important when you're considering putting stop orders in there, guys. One other name we're going to get to very, very quickly here is back to Spirit. Still net short here, guys, at 14. It gave a pullback into 70. It tried. I was waiting at 75. It turned around at 73. So I feel like we'll have to be more aggressive in shorting this one on a pop. We'll have to pick something up in this range right here in front of 1350. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to reload in this one. So going to try to pick some more shares up here on Spirit. We're staying net short. If it breaks above that 14 mark, we'll be out at that point, but it hasn't happened yet, guys. So still net short in that name. And the Hertz long is pulling back in. I'm giving it all the way back to break evens. Just want to see how far it goes. We got some out at 47 in front of that 50. Let's just see how far Hertz can go. If it comes all the way back, I'll consider shorts. If it breaks that 120 mark, we had that long.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I agree here, just typing away as we go. Okay, JP Morgan, yeah, Hertz has been a great trade, and that's been fantastic. JP Morgan is the one trade that we have on right now, and we're short. Well, we have Hertz long, and we have that ultimate out already on Hertz, guys. Check this one out. 140, not 148, I guess. That's the high of the day, and that's the out. We do have JP Morgan right now, short $100.08. So we'll wait to see. I'm giving that one all the way to VWAP 175. We'll see if that comes out. I'm going to get it out here. If we get into the 90s, we'll take that out just for a small 20-cent winner. And then I want to go short again at this exact same level here if we can get it 99.80 or so. But Brendan, what you got for us?
Guys, even Nordstrom's going today. Just popped up as moving to day highs here through $19. Big volume spike at 19. JWN up 13%. Retailers still strong, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of strong, and thank you, Wisdom's Gate. I hope you're enjoying the wisdom that we have today. It's been a fantastic morning. I'll knock on some fake wood. I don't think this table is real wood. Who knows? But speaking of strength, AT&T up here, double, triple top, whatever you want to call it, 32 even, looking like it's holding. This could be a secondary breakout at some point. I know Kevin was all over this. This is why you need to pay attention to that chat. I did miss when he was talking about this breakout on T. Let's see if we can't get a 32 even break. It's a fade at some point, just not yet for me, with the relative strength being through the roof here. Let's look for a breakout at 32 for a secondary move on AT&T.
Yeah, great job there, Kevin. Good call. Okay, JP Morgan here. We're waiting for the. Oh wow. Okay, some decent size here at 100. I don't know if obviously that wasn't there on the way down. We'll see if they can take it out here. So we're 10 cents in the money, but yeah, this guy is a big. There. Bye bye. I was gonna say someone just smoked him straight to the downside. So let's see if we can't get some out here at 91. We'll take a 20 penny winner right now because remember we want to go more short. We're gonna watch the futures right now breaking. Let's capture some profits on this one, and it'll be another one. So here we go. Let's keep going to the downside on JP Morgan here. But yeah, so far so good, man. CCL, Facebook, Hertz, JP Morgan, Luckin, and Twitter. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to steal one of Neil's here. Gift Horse, looking it in the mouth. I don't know, but we've just been on fire the last couple days and weeks. So I hope you're enjoying the show, including, wow, look at Facebook. Sometimes I need to hold these guys. My best out, 226.10. We're down to 225. I talked about this one breaking as well. Yeah, nothing but downside here for Facebook. What a great bunch of trades today, including JP Morgan. We're sitting here at 91. Can we get filled? Maybe. Another good trade here, JP Morgan, guys.
Yeah, just got the reload on Spirit. Unfortunately, we didn't get 70s. We had to short it in front of 1350, so we do grab this reload. It's headed further southbound. If the futures break this 29.90 on the ES here, and if you're looking at the NASDAQ, it's going to be about 92.60 and change. Look, man, we're going to head back towards these lows of 13. We'll get some out in front of that 13 even on Spirit. And then again, just hold the trade while it's in the money for us, guys. It's one of those things where the trend is clear here to the downside. If you got one of these airlines or whether it's anything in the travel space, hasn't given you a reason to cover the trade. You're shorting pops, you're getting out in front of lows, you're shorting pops, you're just rinsing and repeating over and over again. And Lousy Gamer, hopefully your morning hasn't been lousy. I love that name, by the way. Thanks for that little super chat there. Brendan has something for us. I'm sure it's another hot moving stock.
Yeah, another little one here. MoneyGram teaming up with Uber to help support Uber drivers that are obviously not getting a lot of business at the moment, but MGI up 6%. You can see this news out after market yesterday. Big spike. The top of this spike was 234 up here, so if we get there, just a heads up. But MGI showing strength, guys.
And falling off the earth is the graphic I'll use. Probably should have used it already with all the shorts that we've had on. Just got some shares out there of Spirit. We just talked about it. We just got some at 27 out. Our reload was at 42. That 27 out was on a 1403 short, so about a 75-cent winner there. And now we're looking to hold a 1342 short, 1350 stop here if any kind of a pullback happens. If we break low of day, it'll be over a 50-cent win, and I'll probably trail it to that 13 even mark or somewhere around there on a low break. But I am holding for the break of the low of day. I'm not covering in front. We're hanging on to this one. If it takes out the low, who knows where this is going to go. It's all systems go on all of these shorts so far. I'll bring it back to that long, of course, because we do still have that Hertz. It did pull back to 120. I said it's either taking out 150 or we're going to hold till break even, that last little bit of Hertz, guys. So we're going to stick to that. I do have my stop order ready to go. And I'd consider shorting this one if it breaks 120 even. It's been such a great runner for us. But at some point, probably going to turn southbound, especially with the way the market's going down.
Yeah, good look there on Hertz. And yeah, we're out of Hertz right there, guys, 137. So again, the banger is right there. Subscribe. Here you go. Okay, if you're not subscribing now, I don't know when you're going to, because guess what? Another one. So here we go. Scary wink here coming. There it is, guys. JP Morgan, look at this. Short here, 109. We talked about that. Out, 20 pennies. Short again, 99.84. 30 pennies in the money right now, and we've got shares. So yeah, today, if you're following me, we don't have any losers, and here we go. The only trade that we misstepped on was this Facebook trade that turns out to be the biggest trade of the day. We do get out on this little wick up. We will talk about stop orders on Thursday, but there it is, man. Here we go, Neil. 45 cents in the money now. JP Morgan, let's run this gauntlet, baby.
I mean, everything is just working like gangbusters here. I mean, we get out of save, we talk about the low of the day, and it's right there. As we speak, we're breaking towards that bottom. I want to bring you back because I'm still hunting for a trade here in PZZA, of course, Papa John's, guys. That 75 it had to take out, but it's just running here. It's another 50 cents to the upside. It hasn't slowed down yet. On light volume, there was a level at 77 that we were looking at, so maybe that'll be where it turns around. You got to be careful with the spread and low volume here. Pick your spot carefully. I'm not going to turn this awesome day around, hunting around in PZZA when I see low liquidity, but I think there's a turnaround play at some point. Just got to let it roll over first, and then we'll join the party to the short side. NVAX is a name that's been in play. I am now looking at this one. It's trying to put in a bit of a double bottom here. Flush off the open, and it did get all the way down to 42, but I'm looking at this level here, 43.20. Bounced a couple of times off that nice little clean downward trend. So it's a breakdown. If it takes out 43.20, we'll go short. Otherwise, we're looking for it to hold this and then break up to VWAP, guys. So I think at this point, I am still looking for a short of 43.20, but if it holds it again, we're going to look for a long trade back into VWAP on NVAX, guys, down 10%, so watch out. Should be SSR. Brendan, what do you got?
A lot of little ones moving once again today, guys. ZSAN just broke $1, 12% to the upside here. That's $1. We got above it, failed, and then now looks to be holding above $1. So ZSAN relative volume huge on this one too, guys.
I'm just tweeting this out, guys, but once again, flush down the toilet goes JP Morgan. This is another 60 penny winner brought to you by this guy and the floss. So yeah, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, keep them coming. Another 70 penny winner. And guys, I gave this one to you, forget about it, I'm tweeting it out, so follow me on Twitter, but I gave this one to you guys right here when we were all the way up here at $155, 155 cents. We gave that to you. Now we're down more than $1.20 from that spot. So I told you I was waiting for 109, then bang that, then we told you 99.84, the same trade twice. Follow me on Twitter. Let's go. 70 penny winner. We're at the highest part of the day. Pigs get slaughtered, so we're taking some of this bad boy out.
We talked about the low of day. Bye-bye Spirit Airlines. It's up 5%, believe it or not, despite this carnage. $1.60 now to the downside. It's over $1 from where we initially shorted it. We have reloaded halfway through, so we got a 42 short on right now to add to our glory on the day. It's 50 cents in the money, and we're looking to hold on to this trade, guys. You want to see how far we can go here. You can go trailing stop into about 15 to 20 or so, but Brendan's got a name for us. Let's throw it to him. What do you got?
Just saw somebody talking about oil there. Just heads up once again. It is Wednesday, yes, but with the holiday, oil inventories tomorrow, not at 10:30 today. La Jolla Pharmaceuticals here, guys, one of their competitors. So they have a malaria drug similar to that remdesivir. One of their competitors just got FDA approval for another edition of the same malaria drug. So bad news for La Jolla Pharmaceuticals here, down 24%, guys.
I mean,
I feel like you just rewind the tape, and it's shorts, and Luckin. We did get this one I talked about. If it held VWAP, you're jumping back in. We shorted it at 64 when it did do that. Just took some out there for the 10-cent win, and we're going to hang on and see if we retest those lows. The name of the day here is make sure you aggressively get out of your long positions like a Hertz break, but the shorts, hang on to them. When you get a downward move in the market like this, you got a good short on, you hang on for the bigger winners, you stay net short, you short those pops. Same thing here in Luckin. We're going to be shorting in front of VWAP, we're going to be getting out in front of low of the day here. It did show a little bit more strength at the bottom than relatively speaking to the save position that we got on still. But Luckin, again, the gift that keeps on giving. I can't say it enough here. Still looking for another long trade. Maybe it should have been over in our good friend in Papa John's, but that one too strong for me right now. I am looking for a reversal short at 75 still on Papa John's.
And guys, I'm just going to be in chill mode a little bit here. It's 10:37. We do have our guest of the day coming up soon. And this time it's going to be at 11:05. So let us know how you like the longer segment this time. But yeah, JP Morgan, we're just cashing out there. Look at this out. 99.08. Okay, that's an 80-cent winner. So we took that. We took some off now, and now we're 10% left of this trade, and we're just going to watch it go back up side. My out once again is going to be this exact spot. 90. Actually, we'll use 100 now as our out, and yeah, it just continues to be a great trade here. JP Morgan vaults up, guys, to my number one spot. So we'll pop a wheelie there. JP Morgan takes out the number one spot for me today, and it just keeps on going. I do like that suggestion of the scoreboard. I brought that up to the team yesterday, so thank you for that as well. We'll work on that. We're always trying to improve the show. So I do like, not a scoreboard, yeah, the scoreboard, I guess, our position board. Maybe we can throw that up and you would just see one position right now for me. So let's call it up here and we'll put it on the board for you. You can see our profits and losses at the bottom. I mean, it's been monstrous day for me today as well, and I'm sure for Neil as well. But here we go. JP Morgan, the only position, did I hit start? No, I did not. JP Morgan, the only position we have on right there, not working. There it is, short, $100.08. Shout out to my lovely Gia. There it is, the lucky frog. No negative days since we brought this bad boy in. So there's the lucky frog. If any of you guys have any superstitions, hit us up. But yeah, CCL short, Facebook short, Hertz long, one and done. We're killing this market, guys.
Absolutely, and NVAX, we just gave you this one on a break of 43.20, not 43 even. It was that double bottom, already in the money 70 pennies here, but I'm oddly enough not seeing a sea of red. That's because the market was up. Remember that, guys. But it is time for our sector watch. Let's throw to Brendan at the big screen.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the S&P 500. Remember, we did start the day in positive territory, but basically back to flat right now, negative 0.07%. Kind of hard to see there, but yeah, negative 0.08% for the S&P 500. This group right here making up most of the negativity. We talked about the NASDAQ going negative first out of all of the indices today. So tech stocks in negative territory and leading the market to the downside. Take your pick here. Semis are red, tech, hardware names are red, and some of the software makers also in negative territory outside of CTSH and IBM, 2.7% to the upside today for IBM. So otherwise negative for tech stocks. Healthcare, this entire group in negative territory almost. DXCM, that was an earnings play, 8.6%. RMD and WST, about 4 or 5% to the downside. So healthcare stocks also in the red. This group right here making up most of the positivity, offsetting some of this other weakness today. Consumer discretionary stocks, talked about a few of these already, but retailers here, JWN, KSS, and GPS, 6 to 10%. Moves to the upside today for these guys. Some of the travel names are in here. You can see some of the cruise lines also still holding on to positive territory. Nowhere near what we saw yesterday, though. CCL 1.7%, RCL 2.4%. There's Marriott 2.5% to the upside as well. Some of the hotels also positive. Want to talk about these guys. Second day in a row, we said banks are leading this market as far as strength goes. There's Goldman 3.7%, Morgan Stanley 4.6%. Some of the smaller ones over here as well, also 5+% to the upside. We also have industrials doing well today. Just want to point out the transportation group, AAL and UAL there, 7% and 3.25% respectively to the upside. Still negative though, 0.22% for the overall market, guys. Back over to you.
We go right into Cannabis Batman, because here we go. ACB, I'm short now with you. Brendan, I believe you mentioned you're short. I'll let Brendan get back to the desk to see what he's doing there. But look, see what just happened on ACB is really the reason why I don't love to trade it. We were just pushing 20. Someone marketed it up. It went all the way to 35. So it's pretty thin. But the thing is, there's so many people holding the bag on ACB that when it reverse split, guys, 10 to 1, there's a lot of shares outstanding now on ACB. So that's part of the problem. You know, people now have thousands and thousands of shares. If they bought a few thousand shares when it was $10, then it went down to $1 reverse split again. Now you have a few thousand shares times 10. So yeah, it just keeps getting added up. But we are waiting for ACB. We're now short 15.24. We'll get some out down here, then we'll wait for 15. And your boy, hopefully, has done it again with another great idea here on ACB. Crash, baby, crash, baby. Here we go. Nice little 10 cents in the money. Oh, yeah. And what's JP Morgan doing, you might say? Oh yeah, I know what it's doing, making me smile, because there it goes. Shout out to Justin Bieber there for Smile, and I know that'll make Valeria happy. But JP Morgan, now an 80-cent winner. You're welcome, guys. Let's just keep this train going.
Yeah, I'm going to have a moment of, not a moment of silence, forget about it. I don't feel bad. Trading is a game. There's winners, there's losers. If you're long and holding on to Spirit, it's been a great stock for the last few weeks, but right now it's going to the downside. It punched through 13. This is why you reload on consolidation at 1340. And yeah, we picked the bottom here. 1250 we're getting out in front of. I saw it turn around there and slammed it out at 58. So we start this at 14 even. We end this at 1240. Big time move here in Spirit. Somehow this stock is still up 3%, but it's been short all morning long for me. It's getting close to 11 o'clock. I am out. I'm looking for a pullback now, but Spirit's been a massive trade for us. I can't believe how easy this was on NVAX, and I feel like a chump for not adding this to my short list, but we just shorted that 1430 break. It breaks low of day. It's just continued to head southbound, so you missed the initial move at 48. It doesn't matter. When it breaks a 43 low, it gives you another win there, so take $1 out of that one. I'm now looking at Hertz, which is about to break that 120, so looks like that might be a short at some point on that name as well. This one's coming in heavily. The only long we were looking at was Hertz, and that was a good one, but now it's looking like it could even be a short opportunity, but it's holding 120 in and out. I'm not out of it yet. It needs to print 118s for me to be able to get out on my stop. Otherwise, we're going to hang on to that last little bit of that Hertz trade long. Luckin's still in the money for us, 13 cents, 264 short. We already took half out for 10, looking for low of day on that as well.
Guys, we feel like an assassin here today. ACB, bang that out. Big trade, one and done here. Twice, actually. We averaged in again at 15.18. You take the trade when you believe in it. So there we go. That one's a monster for us. Bye-bye, ACB. Bang! That's a big one right there. Nice trade on ACB. Keeps going. And you want a big one. There goes JP Morgan. We takes him out at 99.02. Now we're done, man. We're done that trade. We're going to see if this one wants to do it more again. But yeah, everything working. ACB, look, ACB still may not work, but we'll see. We are still 7 cents in the money. But like I mentioned, this thing can rocket around. So we take out the profits. Our best out there, 15.0C. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. 15.07 there, best out. So we'll see if there's more downside as the market trying to bounce. But guys, it's been this kind of day. Forget Netflix and chill. Netflix and smoke today. We are on fire with some of these names, and it just keeps on going, guys. JP Morgan, LK, Twitter, Facebook, CCL. I can barely talk. Let's go.
And here comes Luckin again, guys. Look at this bottom here, 250. It's a higher low right now. Once we get this break, and there's a bit of shares, it's not a huge amount, maybe about 100,000 on the current bid. But if we can take that out, I'm holding through this break. Next stop down would be that low of day at 237. I want to be out some shares in front of that. I am still also shorting pullbacks, but there goes the break, 250. Quickly, if you're really quick, you could have that one. Hopefully, you're already short in the 60s, like we mentioned, when VWAP held. I'm looking for it out in front of 240, so about 20 cents is going to be our target on these shares here with that short. It's the only thing we have left on. Hertz broke that 120 mark, so that last little bit's going to be out. I'm now looking to see where I can short Hertz, hopefully a VWAP break, maybe a break down to 1 even. Hey, Robert, our good friend, I'm going to look, I haven't looked at Delta, but we're going to look at Delta for you in just a couple of seconds here once I get my orders ready to go on Luckin.
And guys, yeah, I mean, shout out to Robert. What's up, bud? Yeah, I hope, Robert, you're following me today because this is another monster one here. ACB still to the downside. That one keeps on going. And this is what I'm talking about on Hertz. If you're late to the party, this is how you destroy a stock. This is one trade, long. You load up, you take your shares, you put your money in here, and then you bang that straight to the upside. This is that only, great momentum trade to the long side on that break. Unfortunately, it happened at 10-11 here. Actually, that's pretty fortunate. If it happens in the morning, maybe there's some wicking out there. But nice little run upside. Look at this out on Hertz. I don't know if it gets any better than that. I'm going to say no. So there we go. We'll hit the perfect on that one as we just continue to let things ride. Oh, yeah, ACB, keep coming to the downside for us. I'm bidding 15.03 just ahead. It's having some problems breaking through 05. Come on, 05. Let's get going. If we can break that, we'll definitely get these 03s. And then we have a monster on board here. Let's see if we can't break down below 15. I'm going to take take some of these out as we go back to Brendan. What's up, my friend?
Yeah, a couple of different ways to look at that chart there. Interesting move on Hertz. I want to throw that back to you in a second here, Sean, but I want to mention this one. Fly, 9.8% to the upside. Another way to look at the airline group. Fly is a leasing company, so they lease aircrafts to airline operators. So Fly up 10.3% today, coming back to this 880 area, looking like a little bit of support. On Hertz, Sean, obviously doing volume through the roof today. Where do we look at re-engaging that name?
Hertz? Okay, yeah, good call there. I'll look at that for you guys. I was just so happy right there with ACB. Wow. And I think you still have that, Brendan, or no?
I was short 16 in front of 16.
Yes.
Got out at the bottom.
Sick trade. Okay, Hertz, yeah, right now to re-engage in this one, obviously a bounce off VWAP there. We're trading so many different names, so I do miss this. But look at this, great little trade there. I would just wait. I'm not sure if Neil mentioned doing this trade, but right there, Hertz is right there at 115. 115 top there before bouncing. And then that was that explosion to the upside. We got 120, so maybe if you want that to break, I'm going to stay away from Hertz. Bye-bye ACB, breaking back down below. So there it is, there's another floss. We're just chilling, up more money today than we were yesterday. Let's keep that going, guys. Thank you, Brendan, for the shout out there on Hertz. That's how you trade that stock. Big time winner there. Hertz still going, guys, but I'm off of it and just counting up the cash here as it continues to rain down a one and done killer on ACB, guys.
If you guys are looking for an area on Hertz, I am sort of hunting at this one right now. You do look at this heavy action. If you look at the reopen yesterday, I know it's a little bit odd on the chart there. Sorry, the scaling is what it is. But there was a secondary fall off at about $1.25. That's worth noting. Whereas I was watching this one live, I was chasing it literally from a 140 break all the way down to about $1.17 on that short. And 125 was a bit of a level. So I would look at that if you wanted to re-engage into a short. The problem is you got to give it to at least $1.35, maybe even that 140 mark. 115 is exactly at VWAP, so I don't love that breakdown trade. You're probably looking to sit in a short if you had to with a 135 stop, and you would price that in between 125 and 135. That seems like a reasonable opportunity for me. The problem is you're taking some profit out in front of VWAP, so temper your expectations. You got to take some 5-10 cent wins in there. I know there's 20 cents of potential upside because that $1 mark does certainly loom. Just make sure you take some profit so you can roll that trade for a bigger win. Much like we did in Luck and Coffee, guys. This is why we took some out at the halfway mark in case it did bounce to VWAP again. Wanted to be able to re-engage, but it's headed all the way back down. That 20 cent target that we're looking for in Luckin about to come into play in a couple of cents here. So you take off halfway, hold the rest for that low of day. It seems like a broken record because all these shorts have worked exactly the same way. When you get the market dropping like this, now 250 handles straight on the NQ.
And guys, wow, ACB there. Ciao, 40 cents now in the money. We'll be tweeting this. Follow me on this has been an unbelievable run, guys. I hope you are enjoying the show as much as I am. It just keeps going. Neil's got the winners. We've got the monster winners as well. This one now down. JP Morgan, dollar in the money. ACB, 40 cents in the money. Thank you. What a day continues to happen here. We have Beige Book coming at 2. But I could be done trading right now. I've hit my goal for the day, and we'll slow it down. Excited to have our trader of the day, guest trader of the day coming as well in about 10 minutes. But wow, what a day to go, man. Dollar in the money on JP Morgan and 50 cents now in the money on Aurora Cannabis for the win. Wow, what a time to be alive. We just continue to crush these markets, guys. We'll see you after we throw to Brendan over there at the big screen with Money Talks Boo Canadian Dollar.
Hey guys, yeah, currency time. Canadian dollar coming back a little bit here. We're down about 0.3% on the day, 72.3 and change for the CAD, but that was almost 73 at the end of the session yesterday. So working its way back to the downside. Overall, some US dollar strength coming back into play a little bit today. The past couple of days, we've had big time US dollar weakness pushing all of these higher, but you can see the euro still holding on to positive territory, almost back to that 110 level, 0.13% to the upside. The pound pound as well to the downside. This thing got to 124 and change yesterday, back to 122.3 for the pound. I want to go all the way down here to Bitcoin, 3.25% to the upside, back above 9,100. If we come over to the chart here, this is about 9,000, right in the middle of this range. So we were below it yesterday, kind of holding below 9,000 as resistance. You can see a nice pop again today from 8,900 back above that 9,100. Needs to take 9,300 back if it's going to get going to the upside. But nice move today, 3.25% for Bitcoin. Down here, Ethereum following suit. It's been bouncing around 202 to 205 and kind of back again, but up 1.5% on the day, guys, for Ethereum as well. Back over to you.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Just got into some of this Hertz trade. Look, I'm gonna fade this one. I want to give it that shot. I was just talking about it and convincing myself to take a shot here. Now, normally you want to see it break VWAP in case there is a bounce, but I think there's going to be a play here. You sort of look at that 135-ish range, shorting around this 125. I started at 23. I'll try to get my price, as close to like the 25 to 30 area as we can by just getting into some shares on the way up to 130. We'll take some off if it bounces off VWAP, but if it crashes through, I want to make sure we have some on board. Hertz starting to come back and just added there at 24. So I'm going to work into a Hertz short like we just mentioned was a decent idea, but keep in mind, I am taking profit off that 115 bounce and then holding through. I'm not adding at 115. I'm only shorting up in this 125 range on Hertz. So a couple of shorts on, Luckin still in the money, and now adding Hertz in to that little mix, guys.
We're just enjoying some fruit salad here because honestly, guys, this has been such a monster day. I don't really have much else to say. Microsoft, we can go back and look at that. We can also look at Facebook in a minute. Let's take a quick look on this one. Facebook right now coming through. 22 even. Wow. What a crazy show we had on this one. Neil, take it over. I got to finish this fruit salad.
Yeah, one name that we haven't looked at, guys. It's up 14%, but Sleepy Action in MARK was a big-time mover yesterday. I am watching it hold up, rather well, I guess would be the best way to think about it, on monster volume, but I'm watching 320, well, 322 technically, but if you want to look at the opening range here, 317, so cut that in the middle, about a 320 mark here on mark. If it breaks down through that, I would think it'll retest these pre-market lows at 3 even, so there is a potential trade here. It's done 50 million in volume, so I love the liquidity action on this one. Also, shorts in front of VWAP look like it'll give you a scalping opportunity, so 335 looks like it could be a good trade on this one as well. So watch a 320 break on MARK, watch a short in front of VWAP. If you're shorting VWAP, take some of that 10% profit because the volume's so big, you can get in and out at will. Just make sure you do the same structure as you would in the Hertz trade that we just laid out for you there. So I haven't done it yet, but Mark is now on our radar for a short trade. It looks like all shorts, guys.
Yeah, the only thing we went long here is...
somebody just took this thing out for like 100,000 shares on the 20 break. You had no chance to get those shares. Wow. Was that one of you guys?
Yeah, it was one of them for sure, probably. 99.50 here. We get out. We go a little bit long here on this break of 937, 935, so 99.35 on JP Morgan. So we get out, and then we get out at 50 there on that. So a quick little 15-cent rip there for us. We'll see what happens on this one. But right now, we're going to hold it to see if it comes back down to 99. Market coming back up a little bit. We could have a decent spot here. Again, JP Morgan been pretty much, now Aurora is my number one stock. We've been getting out of this one back in the 90s. Our best out though, 72. Wow. I got to do better on position sizing because if I hold this for all the way, then wowzers, we would be getting a lot of this happening, falling off the face of the earth. Some of these stocks today, as Neil just mentioned there, the market now turns big time negative after when I sat down here at first time this morning, we were up 450 points, now turning negative. What up, Brandon?
I just saw this Chewy, guys. Haven't looked at this one for a while, but Chewy down, getting crushed today, 10.5%. We've gone already from 41.5 to 37. Huge volume spike down there at 37. So not seeing too much in the way of news on Chewy, but big move to the downside, guys.
Chewy is a coronavirus play, right? So that's why you have that coming back down. A lot of people obviously ordering pet food and whatnot online. So there you go, Chewy. As pet stores continue to be open there. I'm actually an investor in Chewy. I think I'm long 26. Okay, good. Still 37. Near the IPO price, 26 or so. Silly by me, man. If you're managing money, which, like I said, maybe I should be at one point, but $45, $46 up here. Probably should have got out of some of that one. We'll see what Chewy wants to do. It's now breaking. You want to see another name that I have no idea. And Brendan, I meant to talk to you about this to you before to see if you could find something on this name. But look at Shopify again, guys. Shopify gets taken to the woodshed yesterday, down 10+%. Today, another 10+%. So we raised the Canadian flag because this is one of the big companies here in Canada that's been a disruptor. So big time company here, Shopify. But look at the daily chart here, guys. It was just like I talked about it being a coronavirus stock, obviously from 520 down here to 300, and then all of these stores online getting some business. But bang, I'm not sure if they reported earnings or anything over the weekend or yesterday morning, but 826 down to 700. This is a darling of a stock, so I think I'll pick some up in my own account later. But wow, big move down on Shopify. Actually, it's a good buy down here, guys. 620 or so. If we can get that, I might park an order there, see if we get that before week's over.
Always check to make sure you got the locates before you want to jump into a short trade. So I did try to get that mark. We were paying about 3 cents a share here for these shorts to be able to do it. Should have had this one at 320 if we jumped in faster. I am going to try and pick it up in front of that 320 mark now. Someone asked a question, why short on the way up? Simon, I believe it was. I'm going to see if we can't grab an answer to that one for you here with Hertz. And ultimately, you are seeing it bounce off VWAP. However, you see a parabolic double leg move to the upside. It already had a halt to the upside as well. It starts coming back in. That's a hard top at 150. Big level at 140 yesterday. So when it rejects that and comes back in, I am actually looking to short this one. And I think sometimes it's just a bigger opportunity if it breaks VWAP and heads down, and I didn't short it in front of some obvious consolidation at 130 to 135, I'm throwing away some profit. So you have a tight stop on this. You're only risking about 5 to 10 cents to see if it can take out 115, and I take half out in front of it, and then get down to 1 even, which is just a bigger opportunity to win. You're playing a trend reversal at that point, and so yeah, it looks like it's going up. It is put in a higher lows all the way through. It's bounced off VWAP, but I am chasing this short after that parabolic move up, reversed hard at 150. If it had stalled at 135, I probably wouldn't be doing this trade, but because it came back so heavily, now I'm looking to short that one. That's the reason why technically it's still kind of on the way up.
Okay, yeah, good little look there. mRNA's been a good one for Neil. I've missed that one. Hertz has been a banger for me. We've got that one. JP Morgan. We can talk about, I mean, these are the only positions I have on. Let's throw these on. We are going to hopefully work on a scoreboard showing our positions. I do like that idea, and I think we can have that for you soon. It's a little bit more work than we thought, or than I think anyways. ACB short there, 15.24. That's a 17 penny winner, but we've been getting out. We're basically flat on that one. And JP Morgan is at the money, but we're trying to take that one for a long ride as well. So right now, 1 short, 1 long, and ACB is basically done. Rockets up. My number 1 stock still JPM, but JPM, Twitter, and ACB all battling for my number 1 spot. I see you over at the big board soon. It will be Valeria time at the big board, but right now it's 11 o'clock, and we are getting excited to have once again another one of our guest viewers, I guess, trader of the day, coming up at 11:05. That should be an exciting one. Needless to say, it always seems to be. And as I hear in my ear right now, thank you, Mr. Robert, it is now Valeria time, not malaria time, Valeria time at the big screen.
Thank you, Sean, and hey guys, welcome to European Update. Well, Europe is mixed today following US downtrade, though Eurozone opened higher today after European Commission announced that it's going to mobilize bigger than expected 750 billion euros to support economies after recovering after coronavirus. Well, let me update you on the numbers. Britain is up 0.75%, Germany is up 1%, France is up 1.39%, Spain is up 1.96%, and Russia is down 1.97%. Well, travel stocks also railed on Tuesday in Europe after Italy announced that it's going to let in foreign travelers. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to guys.
Thank you, Valeria. Just mentioned in the chat there, I hate myself for missing out on that 320 break. We got to mark. We hadn't traded all morning. It's on great volume. The second we look at it, we're talking about a 320 area break here. It broke it seconds later. We didn't have locates, had to pay for them. Very cheap, actually 3 cents, reasonable, because you would have already added 20-cent win. When it broke $3 and it immediately goes to that target, it puts in a lower leg here at 15s. I tried shorting that and couldn't get shares there. It's now in a clean trend to the downside. I think you're shorting in front of 20, you're shorting in front of VWAP. Stick to the exact same plan. I also mentioned and got into that Hertz trade to the short side, and like I said, sometimes you can short when it's technically on the way up, when you see a big reversal. We got into this one, an average price of about 24. Like I said, take some profit in front of VWAP, but you're looking for 15 to go. When it does, like it just did here, 10-cent win now. Looking for one even to the downside. Give us about a 20 to 25 cent win. Hertz, we've done this a couple of times now. First on a long one even break to 115, a reversal long again at 120 all the way up to 150. Now we're short here to $1.24, looking to work this one down to one even. If it becomes a penny stock again, which I would love to see happen, we're going to go for some further shorts as well. And as a bonus for you guys, in just a few minutes, we're going to be having another one of our guest traders of the day coming through. We can't wait for it. It's always a lot of fun. We look forward to these. I'm not going to give away where our guest is from or who it is if you find them on the chat, because I know Brendan's going to be giving it. But I'm going to give you the, jaw drop. And the reason it's jaw drop action today is it is all shorts here, guys. I mean, I've only looked at one trade to the long side, and that was that Hertz breakout. Everything else has just been short, short, short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks we've looked at today. Whether it's a Hertz, Luckin, mRNA was a great one as well. But right now, Hertz breaking through VWAP will take more shares out at 13. I'm going to be getting out on the way down to that one even mark. I will be all out of this trade in front of a buck. I would expect to see some support there. When that does happen, you can always take the breakout trade again. One of the reasons why you take that profit, 191 million in terms of volume and shares, all the reason in the world to work in and out of positions. There is no trouble getting back into Hertz. You don't have to get that FOMO, guys. There's plenty of opportunity. Like we just saw that consolidation there. There will always be more consolidation for you to jump in again. Hertz, 1, 2, 3, now 4 trades. Big time winners on it. We're still in the money on it. I'm reloading at 125 if we get it, guys. Rinse and repeat over and over again, just like we did in Spirit. We're going to do again with Hertz. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
It is that time. Guys, we are very excited to have another edition of our quickly popular, or getting more popular segment, Guest Trader of the Day. Today, we are going to be joined by Michael Cook. He's joining us all the way from Alaska today. Michael, great to have you on the show. What have you been looking at so far today?
I've been looking at pretty much everything that you guys have been trading this morning. It's been a very, very, very active morning. And I got into CCL, and then, I looked into the Hertz and stuff. But, this morning I hit the ground running when it came to what you guys were looking at. So
Yeah, real quick, how many trades, how many executions so far today?
Oh, gosh, I lost track. So far today, it looks like 17 orders.
Wow. Good for you.
So
good for you.
It's most of them were sells from yesterday. I did a lot of buying because I'm liking what Neil and Sean are doing, so I'm grabbing some stuff that they've got.
Fantastic. We'll jump into a little more market talk here. We'll bring in the guys.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll just hit fireworks quickly right now because what's up, buddy? Right now, JP Morgan. Another one. So I don't know if you've been trading this one today, but we go arrows up right now. We have this long 99.34, and here it is again, another 70-cent winner as we're looking to crack through 100. This is the position we have on right now, 99.34 to the long side. Were you trading by any chance JP Morgan at all today? It's been pretty much my number one stock.
Yeah, I bought a put. I do a lot of swing trading, but like to identify as a day trader.
Right.
I did buy a put. I sold the put, and then I got a call because it started going back up. I lost a bit on the put, but JP Morgan did really well for me yesterday, and I kept it overnight, and I woke up, and it was like Christmas all over again. So JP Morgan was really good to me yesterday, and hopefully it'll stay like that today.
That's what I love to see. Any other names you've been watching today in the morning, whether you're in, out, doesn't really matter. Could be trades you've concluded here. As just mentioning to you guys here, Hertz, keep layering these shares out to the short side if you got it. 124, just hit 112. I'm going to get it all out, like I said, in front of one even. But quick question there. Do you have any other names that you have been watching or have made trades in other than, say, JPM, which we just covered?
Well, I did get the Hertz. I got the Hertz right on the climb, and it hit the 150 mark, and that was my strike price. And then it started to go down, so I was kind of upset there. So I'm losing on Hertz now. But I think it was yesterday, or the day before, I grabbed that EFOI. When it was hitting, grabbed it as a stock actually, just to hold on to see how it played out. Sold a little bit of that, but grabbed Macy's as soon as Brendan said it was doing pretty good. It's not doing good now. It kind of went back down, but I play a lot of the SPY, and then Disney. I'm really loyal when it comes to some of my stocks, and Disney's one of them. And I know as soon as they open their parks up, I mean, I'm telling you, Disney's just going to skyrocket. It's ridiculous. So I've got a long play for them out to June 5th for 128 strike price there, and I'm hoping that'll hit pretty soon. So, but CCL is doing really well for me today. And then I love Tesla, except kind of play it when I'm in the mood. I don't play it all the time, just because sometimes Tesla can move in different directions very fast. So.
Like today, I mean, getting down to that 784 mark, double bottom actually, oddly enough, if you're watching Tesla right now, 785, 784.98 is the actual technical low of the day, but it has made a double bottom, is climbing off it. Look, the market's trying to bottom out here, not rather successfully yet, but Tesla on the move to the upside. I'd be thinking, to be perfectly honest, fade at VWAP if it does want to get there. You said you're loyal to Disney. I feel like that should be obvious looking behind you there. I guess you're obviously a Star Wars fan. Is that actually true here? By the way, I'm getting into this Mark to the short side finally at 314 for those watching. But you are a Star Wars fan, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I love The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and I think that's kind of what is holding Disney. But Disney Plus and The Mandalorian series is amazing. I actually used to work for Disney. I do a lot of drone work, and so I help them out from time to time. But yeah, Disney is one of my loyal stocks that I like to keep.
Yeah, Disney's a big holder. Disney's a big holder for me in my investment account. I was actually lucky enough. You may not, I mean, you're playing options, so wondering if you did this. I was able to pick Disney up, believe it or not, and yeah, I should show my trade tomorrow, $80 and like 50 cents or something. I went long and continue to hold this one. But I do want you to remember, though, Michael, that they're losing right now on their streaming on the money side. Every single subscription they sign up, they're losing money on. But hopefully that will change. It's not a very profitable business. I'm with you 100% on the theme parks reopening. I did sell some the other day, though, at 116, and I think Disney's probably getting a little overextended. I actually talked, you know what's, if you rewind the tape, I'm sure if you were watching at 9 o'clock, Michael, I mentioned here that Disney was going to be a short today, and just like the rides you love over there, Disney falls down, and we timber action on that one. I was actually just talking with Arun as well, and since you're an options trader, you probably love the style that I trade, and I appreciate those shout outs as well, because if you bought a Facebook put today, look where I was shorting. I think I need to switch my game, and I think I need to go over to options as well, because if I was trading this one, 229, 230, we shorted. We got wicked out of this big position as it touches 230, but look at Facebook just drop down to 221. Michael, do you ever look to short some of these tech stocks? I know you're talking a lot of sort of major companies here, and maybe Facebook would be one of them. I mean, this move up that they've been enjoying over the last little run here has been quite incredible. 145 all the way up, basically $100 to 240. I would be looking at some puts right now on some of these tech companies. Is that something that you're looking at, or are you taking the other way?
You know, I kind of messed up with Facebook this morning. I went to go want to buy a put, but I accidentally bought a call. And since I'm not a day trader, I only got 3 day trades per week per account that I have. Right. I didn't want to get rid of it, and I was like, you know what, I'll hold on to it. I play a lot of options on the news. I think Neil said one time he doesn't really play on news, but I play heavily on news because I've seen some pretty dramatic drops and climbs based on news articles that come out. So that's one thing that I do when it comes to it. And Facebook, you know, when they mentioned the whole shop and the Shopify partnership, I mean, I bought that the day before. And I mean, it skyrocketed once he announced that. So that's how I kind of play my options.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I like options.
I'm not sure where you heard I don't like playing news. I mean, to be honest, I do like playing the news, certainly. We did have a question. Someone was asking in the chat, wanted us to ask you if you know the saying, sell the news. Is that something that you incorporate into your strategies? Of course, you hear people say, you know, so buy rumor, sell the news, that kind of a thing. Is that something you try to incorporate into your swing trading a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of learning how the news influences it, because I play a lot of the earnings as well, and I'm not really grasping why it sounds like a great earnings call, but yet the stock goes down sometimes. And the same thing with the news. Sometimes you think the news article is amazing and you buy it, but yet it goes up for just a very short time and then it falls. And I'm trying to understand that part. So when it comes to the news, I'm very conservative of who I sell, who I buy, just based on not fully understanding everything quite just yet.
Yeah, the market's a smart beast, and the reality is you do have, look, people are playing ahead, they're jumping in front of action, there's anticipation of those numbers when they come through. Everyone's doing their forecasts on earnings especially, so you will see, if you see a big heavy run up and then earnings are good, but it's just already run up like a stock and it just randomly said like 10-15% in the last couple of weeks, selling the news is going to happen sometimes in those cases because people are looking to catch those late buyers off guard and then dump their shares that are already deep in the money. So you'll see that happen heavily here. One of the reasons I like fading plays like Hertz here, I just got back in, and again, like I said, take some out at VWAP at 115, take some more out as it works down towards 1 even. That way, when it comes back up here, you've already made some profit, whether it's 8 cents, 10 cents, whatever it might be. Reload here in front of $1.25, which I'm going to do here. We just got some shares at 22. We'll take some more at 25, 27 if we can. 130 seems like a reasonable stop as well, and rinse and repeat, guys. So if it holds this level here, about $1.30 throughout the afternoon, if you're just here all sleepy, we'll take 10, 15 cent winners all day long, looking for that breakdown to $1. If it breaks 130, you get out. You've already made your money playing with house money. Hertz slowing down, but that doesn't mean you can't still trade anything like this. If you're active, of course, we're very, very active here with direct market access and able to get paid to trade by sitting on these gateways here. So I'm working this one at $1.24, so is my average price. One more is MARK, and sometimes if you're late to the party, you should maybe step away from this one. We did call 320 short. I'm now taking it a second time. It was a great flush through 3. We're going to play this one still short in front of that 320 mark. It's tried to test it once, or 322 mark. It tried to test this bottom, a previous bottom once. It's broken through, or tried to break through. It hasn't done it quite yet. I'm going to load up one more time, but I'm not going to give it past 322. If it goes to VWAP here, that's an extra 10 cents, and I think it's going to run out of steam in front of 3 even. Risk to reward, I don't like it. The second time, it's not as good as the first break, which I hope you guys had. We did call it. It just broke right before our eyes while I was yapping away.
Yeah, Mark, you're not a vegetarian, are you, by any chance? Or Michael, sorry?
No.
No, okay, because there's a chicken dinner winner once again for you right there. So JP Morgan, take that out, 75 cents. We go long rate here, guys, 99.37. It breaks through 100. We get out at $100.11. So there it is. The cash register, my friend Michael, is open. You mentioned you're in Alaska, right?
I am. I start my trading at 5:30 in the morning because we're 4 hours behind. So
wow, that's crazy. And then do you go after that? I know right now maybe you're on or off work, but if it was a normal world, would you be trading and then heading to work after that, or is trading like a side hustle for you? Is it your main job? What do you do with your trading life?
Trading right now is a hobby. I do go to work, so I'll wake up at 5:30 and I'll trade till about 8, and then I jump in the car, go to work, and then I'll finish up the rest of the day at work, kind of multitasking at the same time. It's a huge hobby. I've got a couple dream things I want to buy once my stock's at a certain price. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge Tesla fanboy, so trying to save up for one of those suckers. But at the same time, it's nice to just see your profits go up and up every day. So I'm kind of addicted to buying more and making more and trying not to jump into FOMO. I mean, it's just, there's so many things. I've actually made a set of rules. I have a set of rules that I follow. Don't buy too much. Don't go over a certain price. Don't sell at a certain price. Once you make, say, $200-300 on one stock, don't turn around and spend that $200-300 that same day. Save it for at least a day and then spend half of it. So there's so many rules that I go by when it comes to it.
All right. I love that you have a rule structure there. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, if you don't have it, you can run yourself into some trouble here. And, one of the things that I talk about in terms of one of my rules, and it's a hard one for me, is that if I miss the first move on a stock, and it's the best breakout trade, if you want to take the secondary move, 2 things. One, less risk. I don't anticipate it'll be as good as it was the first time. And the second thing you got to consider as well is you temper your expectations. So I did think, Mark, if it got through this 322, we're going to be out. But even if it goes down, I'm not expecting it to break past 3 even on MARK, guys, on that short. And if it breaks 322, I will have our first losing stock of the day. Everything's been good winners on the long side. But hey, we're going to stick to our rules here. It looks like it might hold VWAP, but the way I'm structuring the trade on a 322 break is if it breaks back above, I'm out. I'm short 318 here. Fantastic. If we can get it down to that 3 even mark, that's great. If it doesn't, we stick to our rules. But I think Brennan has a little something for us.
All right, Michael, let's have a look at our RCUS here in New York, down 12.5% today. A little bit of news on this one. They got an investment from Gilead. They're investing in an oncology treatment that they're working on, but it came at no premium. So typically they pay a little bit higher than the stock price closed the day before. This one came at, I believe it was $33.50. So basically right where we closed yesterday. So gap down on that news for RCUS today. Market rolling over here a little bit, guys. So holding under 30 on RCUS, guys.
Another name
responding to some tweets here, guys. Yeah, tweet me, guys. I respond to Twitter all day here. So some people saying, yeah, they're rocking it. They're watching it with their kids. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're loving everything. And that's what we try to do, guys. I'll try to provide you some entertainment, including the fruit salad love that I brought to this show. There it is there. And today's code word, special code word. And you're on the show now, Michael, so you get to see. Yeah, no, it's code word time. It's not fruit salad time. The code word today is plum, and yeah, they're juicy plums. Love the plums in there. Shout out to the caterer there. And Michael, I'll tell you this right now, the code word means absolutely nothing. So there you go.
Sweet, so I win nothing.
But you win nothing. Yeah, nobody wins anything except for hopefully you win a lot of money. And I don't really consider day trading winning versus losing. It's definitely an art and a science, both combined here. You got to be able to take risk, put them on, manage your trades, and work them accordingly. So I love this business, and I'm forever going to be here. 18 years this year. So we'll pretend that that's worth a little bit of a dance there. Sorry, Michael, close your eyes because here comes the belly dance.
Oh boy!
For that, and apparently
Neil, I like Neil's belly dance. I could tell he didn't really care for that one earlier.
Yeah, Neil's is.
It's even
more
mine's
Neil than me, right?
Mine's even creepier. That's why it's even creepier. You guys know why.
I base my trading day based on how much fruit salad he's eaten. If he's eaten too much fruit salad, it's probably a bad day. If he hasn't eaten fruit salad, it's a good day because he's so focused on buying and selling. So I kind of base my days based on how much fruit salad.
Once again, Michael, you might have cracked the code right there. So yeah, no, we're having a great time. And once again, thank you so much for coming on the show here as we continue to watch these markets fall down a bit here. The ES right now, the S&P 500, nice little bounce off 2964. We can break this down in a daily chart. I'll do that when we get back. But right here, we are making that March backside there. I did hear a lot of people talking about SPXU in the morning time. This is a triple levered buy side. Well, I mean, if you buy it, if you think the market's going down, opposite of the S&P 500. So right now you can see the market down 0.38. And of course, this was just up 0.7, but now coming back in as the market goes up. So anybody looking to, if you're unable to short stocks or short the market, this is one right now, SPXU. Low priced, and you can take that. I don't endorse these crazy ETFs, but I am long this one, so I think the market is well overdone here. We'll see what happens coming out through lockdown.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at AT&T here, guys. We mentioned this one a while back at 32 on a potential break. It's still holding near the highs. You are getting a bounce in the market right now. So that break is still there. I still have a stop order ready to go long. It's one of those things where there would be conditions under which I would take away this stop. Like if it had broken below some of this opening range here at about 31.50, at that point I'm not looking for the breakout. If the market retakes those low of the day, maybe that 9,200 can't hold. One of those things that you got to be able to do. Just because you like a stock and a level, it doesn't mean at any point in the day you're taking that breakout trade. Certain conditions do have to come in there. But Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Another little teeny tiny one, guys, just breaking $1 here. Outlook Therapeutics out this morning announced a private placement, rather large private placement as well, but huge volume spike here as we break through $1 for OTLK, guys.
Luckin is coming up. I do see John in the chat there mentioning this one. I still have some shares here, and again, we shorted in front of VWAP. It just bounced off of 244. Here, I still am looking at a 270 stop on this trade. if you're going to take a reversal long, it feels a little bit better, above that 270, maybe 72, maybe 75, maybe holding above VWAP here, but it is looking like it's making a base. It's been a short ever since it took out 270 the first time. And we reshorted it when it got to VWAP. It was a good trade here, but now we are looking to finally reverse into a long, guys. But I will give it one more chance to hold 270 before I jump into a long break. I think you're probably more confident at 275. There's lots of room to 3 even, guys, so you can be patient with Luckin. The volume's so big, you never have to worry about not getting in. Speaking about that, you talked a little bit about FOMO, fear of missing out. I know you talked about rules and discipline. Is there anything in particular that you have that helps you stick to your rules, whether it's having like a formal journal that you might want to keep there, or just maybe some people use sticky notes to make sure they do things the right way according to their plan? Anything you have in your toolbox that works for you?
I mean, I do the whole sticky notes on the computer, so they're kind of all over the screen and everything. I wish I could do a journal, but it doesn't really please me. But yeah, no, just a bunch of sticky notes all over the place. And half the time when I go to, I use Thinkorswim. I love the system, and so normally when I go get ready to buy something, I question myself before I hit the buy button. So I'll get the order ready, and I'll reread it, make sure all the numbers are correct, but I'll go back to the chart just to make sure it's something I want to do based on what's happening. And then if it's something I'm like, okay, yes, this is what I want, then I'll hit buy. And so I kind of slow down right before I hit it, just because I don't want to do, one, FOMO, and two, I just want to make sure it's something that's, gonna potentially make me money, not just jumping on it because you guys are throwing out a lot of stuff. I listen to Brennan all the time when he throws out new companies, but I'm very conservative when it comes to it. Not because of the FOMO, but because I like to. I've never heard of them. I don't. They might be like 90-cent stock that shoots up to $1.50, but then they fall back to 90 cents, and it was kind of a waste of my time. So, yeah, I follow the rules. I got one big sticky note that says, "Are you sure?" And that's that's what that one means. So.
I've seen all kinds. We have a trading floor behind us. Believe me, I've seen all kinds of sticky notes that say different things, and I think everyone has to have their system. And you talked about it there. Brennan brings us all kinds of names throughout the day. It's not an automatic. You jump in and then just take a trade on any of these. If it fits your setups or the plans that you like or something that you see that's successful for you, yeah, dive in. One thing I hate doing is not knowing what's going on. You want to make sure you do at least know what the news is. Why is the stock moving? That's always certainly important. Fundamentals can matter as a day trader, even if you're in and out quick. You want to get a sense of where that stock is going and why. That's one of the things that we're considering in even this Luckin trade. I mean, you go both directions on it here, but if you don't know that there's interest in buying this company, you're probably just thinking, hey, it's getting delisted, I'll only ever go short. You can't do that. There's been some long breaks like yesterday.
Yeah, like in coffee is kind of one of those ones I'm kind of holding a stick, a 10-foot stick apart, because I bought it when it shot up really fast, and then the news came out that they were kind of inflating their numbers about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So I've kind of been very weary to kind of jump back into liking, and so that's why I haven't really traded it. But I've been watching you guys. I'm trying to get into the shorting. Thinkorswim, I think, has you take some classes before they approve you to do it. So I'm kind of doing that right now because I really like seeing you guys short these stocks here, and it's something I think I would like to do. So I'm trying to learn that before I get going.
Yeah, I'm in a sticky short here on Luckin. I just got more in front of that 270, but for me, this is actually going to turn to a long. If we break 270, like I said, we're reversing long. I am short 266, looking for it to return to that 250 mark again. If 270 doesn't break, to me, it still has a good chance to revisit this higher low at 244. That's where our ultimate target would be, but it's a very tight 4 or 5 cent risk to try and make 10 on the first leg and 20 on the second leg in Luckin. And if it breaks 270, I do think it has a great chance to retest that high at 304. Actually, it very, very briefly broke 3 even.
Michael,
now, where do you? I'm sorry, my question is where do you get your 270 from? Do you have a rule where you put a 10-cent increment on the stock when you go to short it, or how do you get where you're going to get in and out?
So the first look would be the opening range in the first 10 minutes had a 270 bottom. right? So that was a big breakdown trade at that price. It was kind of like a little natural pivot. It then tested VWAP, which ended up being at 270. It had a hard fail at that price, going down 10% and bouncing. And then so I just look at that same level again. It's not, and also it is at that 10-cent mark. And then it's further reinforced by a bit of a seller. Someone showed up on the offer for a couple of 100,000 shares at that same price. So you put all of those things together, and that's where my stop is going to be. You can have one indicator if you want. You can look at one line in the sand if you want. I love when you have 2 or 3 reasons for a price, especially if you're reversing from one position to the other. If I was just getting out of a short, it'd be easy. But the fact that I want to reverse long, I need a couple of things to line up for me there. So initially, it's at opening range bottom, broken for a heavy reversal that I did short for our big winner on the day of luck in, and then that retest at 270, that was a key one failing. And if it doesn't fail this time, I like the long.
I like that. That's nice.
Michael, just tell Thinkorswim that you watched our short selling video there at Market Wisdom. Valeria will drop the link in there, and then I'm sure they'll activate that, or tell them you know me and you'll be able to go short, no problem. Yeah, don't do that last one. But okay, AMD here, guys, 5% down. Again, if you're shorting, you're winning on this one. It's now coming back to the upside here. As you can see, some NASDAQ stocks were just taken to the woodshed this morning. Let's check out on NVIDIA as well, 320. Wow, man, I sold NVIDIA, come on, chart, let's change. I sold my NVIDIA position the other day at 350. Look at this, down 6%. These might all be buys coming up very, very soon as, wow, some of these stocks getting absolutely taken down today. So NVIDIA, one of those. Wow, look, I know we're gonna go to Brendan again, but I'm just noticing all these names, Beyond Meat, down another, I don't know what it was down yesterday, but down 10+% today as well. Wow, a lot of these runners giving some back. You guys may want to check your long-term portfolios out, as some of these names definitely giving back. Mr. Wickens.
Here's another one to look at, guys. Little bank, CHRS, up 11.8%. When the market is weak, one of the things that we can kind of take a step back and look at are things that are being upweighted. So this one's being moved to the S&P 600 small cap index. That news out this morning. So 11.8% on that news today. Just right now, guys, breaking day highs. Huge relative volume on this, on that news today, guys.
And, we talk about news a lot here, and relative volume is key. Just because something has news does not mean it's going to be in play. It has to actually be active. And speaking of active, get active on that subscribe. We got to get to 30,000. Valeria, you're chuckling. We all know why. We all want to see it. We want to see that floss. It's all about that floss. I can't do it, but Valeria has been practicing every single day. At least that's what she tells us. So she's locked and loaded. When we hit that 3,000 mark, we keep coming back to Disney, and we've mentioned it a few times in the show for trades. It's setting up pretty nicely here. It's bouncing hard off 122, and of course VWAP is right there as well. This could be a nice little rollover. The market's trying to bounce upside. If it can't go, you're looking at 121, 121, 22 sell break, or maybe even just a classic long break at the even at 122. Either one of those look fantastic to me. And we have not gone to Valeria enough today, I actually think. Let's go to her right now. What do you have, Valeria?
Thank you, Neil. Hello, trading family, and hello, Michael. Thank you very much for joining us today. Guys, you can participate also. Send your request at marketing@tradertv.live. I'm sending out the info on the chat, so just simply write us and you have a chance to join us, trade together and talk together. And guys, please subscribe to our channel. As Neil mentioned before, when we reach 30,000 subs, I will floss live on air. Do you understand? That's so cool, right? And we're 4,000 subscriptions away. It's gonna happen very soon. So subscribe, stay tuned, and hit the thumbs up. Guys, 1,000 is a goal. We still can't do that. Please support us, Michael, and all the trading community in this world. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you later. Back to traders and Michael.
Yeah, Michael, I got to ask you a question. Do you understand what's going to happen, Michael, when we get to 30,000? Can you please tell all of the viewers, in case there's not an understanding here, what's going to happen when we get to 30,000 subscribers, Michael?
Dude, I'm waiting for this day. I've already subscribed. I like the video every day. I want her to floss. Now, my kids do it. Right. I try to do it. They tell me to stop, so I guess I can't do it the right way. I don't know. But you have to subscribe because it's it's almost like a stock. It's at what 24,000 right now, and it keeps going up and up. And it's like, okay, I'm invested now. I got to get this plus. So you got to like it. So I'm always in the chat room helping out and telling everyone to like the video, because why wouldn't you like the video? I mean, it's a free like. It's not like you're wasting any money. So. You know, breaking that 1,000 mark, it should be easy every day.
We used to be 23,000, but just to update, 26.6 right now, guys. So, thank you for all the subscribers. If there's a faster growing show on YouTube that has real subscribers and real likes, not paid
none
for
of that
likes,
fake stuff.
I don't know one. So right now, we are rocking and rolling right now. We're really happy. We've only been around, guys, since middle of April or end of April. So the fact that we have 27,000 subscribers, I got to say what's up to that one. And thank you for all of the support, as we'll slap our face up here. It might be because we have a lot of transparency, a lot of winners. We talk about a lot of different stocks that are in play. Brendan's coming with news unlike any other station ever has. If you could say maybe the top 1 or 2 reasons why you like our station so much, Michael, and why you get up every morning at 5:30 to watch it, what would some of those reasons be? Maybe name your top 1 or 2.
You know, there's so many things. First of all, it's you guys. You know, Neil, great guy. I've got the jersey up there, so go Preds. You know, you guys are fun. It's free 50. You don't have to pay for it. I mean, I see all these ads all the time, and they want you to pay something. It's like, it's just, you know, education. So that's the one good thing. And I love the Canadian accents, eh? I hear a lot of boots and stuff like that.
A lot of hoots and
Do we really have Canadian accents? It's one of those things where I don't think I say a boot. I don't think I do it very often, but if it's true, it's true. I'm going to give you one more here. I love the analogy you made about getting us to 30,000 being a stock. Valeria doing that dance is the dividend, and around here, when things go well, what do? You increase the dividend. So I don't know. At 50,000, I think that would mean that Valeria has to do something even better. And I hate to throw her under the bus, but it just sounds too good. So get us to that 30,000, guys. It should be a lot of fun. I want to get back to trading for just a quick second here, because Macy's is making a run to the top here, and people were just asking, or at least someone asked on the chat. 709 top. It made a triple bottom here at 666. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, if you're into that sort of thing, so maybe we should have bought at that little bottom. Who knows? Or maybe we should have sold. But I think looking at this top end break here, if the market goes up, here's another one you might want to hunt for a long break. Lots of heavy shorters on Macy's. Watch for a 710 break. I would give it one shot to fade. However, you're probably going to run into some chop, and it's probably only a 10-cent win down to VWAP. I do want to quickly, Brennan, I want to update the position board. We have a few on right now, so I want to show you the shorts. Hertz was still short at 123, getting some out in front of VWAP and then holding for a move to one even. Luckin, we're still short at 266. The money only 10 cents. I want more than that. And also the Mark short. I've taken some out at 309 and 311 on that 317 short. If 22 goes, fine. I'm going to get it all out in front of 3 even. The first time it broke, fantastic. I'm a little bit hesitant to look for a home run the second time through, but all 3 shorts are working for us right now. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
A little bit thinly traded here, guys, but hey, 'tis the season for this one. Golf up 4.25%. Look at this volume spike we just got on this. Huge break of day highs here on golf. Up 4.25%. This is a holdings company. They design, distribute, manufacture Titleist golf equipment. So up big today. No real significant news, but interesting look here for golf, guys.
People are golfing. I don't know.
People are golfing. Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of people are golfing, my friend. Good news for you, Michael. I just see on the board there. Maybe Brendan can confirm it, but I see it here. Disney opening up July 11th. So they got the approval there from Orange County Task Force. So I don't know.
That's funny you say that. I was wondering when they were going to announce it, because I heard Universal Studios was opening, and I kept telling my wife, "There's no way Universal's going to be open and Disney not." So that's why I hurried up and bought some Disney for the long, because I knew once they came open, that stock is going to go up and up and up.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the chart here, and I don't know. I mean, I have an order here to go long if it wants to, but that news, I guess, expected. I just see it here hitting at 11.28. So there it is. So we're dropping it on the bottom there from Reuters. So I guess it was just expected. Disney's been a big bump up lately. Like I said, I know you're long the name. I'm hella long. It's the Google's my largest position that I hold, but Disney right now, it might be second or third at this point. But yeah, I'm waiting for it to break this 122 should be a good call on some VWAP action there. Let's check back in on our CCL. Carnival's been a good trade for us today. One short here, and it was an absolute monster. Short 1775 there. And again, guys, we're trading the equity, not the options. So it comes all the way down. What? Wait a minute. That was 1775. I didn't even realize that we went in the money $1.20 and then almost $2 here on CCL. So you want those home runs and those big time winners. We'll hit a cowbell for you because CCL would have been a monster one. You talk about trading puts. I mean, if you just had even here, man, like a $16 put when it was at 18, that would have gone hella in the money for you. So there it is. If you guys are trading puts, just follow me in the morning, or trading options, follow me in the morning and we'll try to make some of these calls. For example, and I know you screwed it up, you went the wrong way, but Facebook, wow, 230, we called the short, goes all the way down to 221. That was also a good trade. My one and done on Hertz keeps going. Twitter, come on, look at this short. You want to talk about, again, another options eligible play. Twitter, we go short, 33.85 here. It was just a couple hundred shares, but that's a nice little trade there. We take that in the very first candle of the day, and then it goes all the way down to 32.24. Shout out to Arun, I gotta hold these more. Twitter, what a big trade there. Yeah, I wish we would have had that. And if you watch, again, guys, back to 9 o'clock, my initial Twitter break was this one here off the open, so 33.16. Unfortunately, we got out and left the stock, but should have stayed to watch this one continue to fall even more. I am going to get out of this in my own account after the show. But what up, Brendan?
Right, Michael, yeah, let's have a look at Anaplan here. One of the things we like to do about 11:30, you start looking for things that are spiking up in volume for no apparent reason. This is a little cloud name, Anaplan, 6.8% to the downside today. Deutsche Bank and Rosenblatt Securities out today with an upgrade on this name, but look at this big volume spike from 43 up to above 44 on Anaplan, guys.
Yeah, I do like that one, and I am going to be watching it, but I'm going to give you guys back to Hertz here, and it's one of those situations where the market's starting to rebound a little bit, so when I take shares off at this little VWAP point, it's just going to be a little heavier than the first time, because if we can't break this 110, which we've been unable to, you're going to start to put it in a lunchtime range, which is a sleepy kind of thing here, where you want to have a hard stop, and I'm going to slide it a little bit. It was at 130. Now I'm going to bring it down to this 125 mark, so I'm going to give it less room inside of this range while getting more aggressive taking it off. I am going to hold a core short. I still want to see if we can't get these legs down to 1 even. A couple of things people ask are, what are the turquoise things? These are just orders that I have in, so you can kind of see I'm sitting at 9, I am sitting at 104 in front of that 1. And someone also asked, do we use hotkeys? I'm going to show you something a little bit ridiculous here to answer that question. This is my keyboard setup, just looking at the NASDAQ. We have like a million different gateways that we can use, and it's one of those things where certainly we take advantage of dark pools when we can, or midpoint orders, or getting paid to trade. Certainly that's not going to be true of every single platform, but if you see me like sort of going around heavily on the keys, looking around, sometimes I'm actually fumbling to use a dark order because that's where the liquidity is. And if I look at the level 2 of something like a Hertz, I mean, here you go. Every single D print on this time in sales, those are dark prints. And at this time of day, you can see like 60, 70% of the prints will come through on the dark. And it's not that you have to use those keys, but if you're trying to make an extra couple of cents there, or you're up on a big level and you want to get that price, for us, it's a huge, huge advantage in Day Trade the World to be able to use dark orders. I know a lot of you are familiar with them. Stay tuned, because we are going to be having videos on all of this. And one tomorrow, we're going to do an hour live educational videos. Just quick questions. Have you watched any of our videos? Maybe the previous ones, we've done VWAP, we've done Buy the Dip. Have you watched any of those?
Yeah, I think last one I watched was the resistance video that you guys did. I'm still trying to learn the terminology. That's the hardest thing for me. The biggest thing I need to do is I learn by seeing and by doing. So if I see someone do it and then I do it, I grasp the concept. So that's why I watch a lot of your videos, is to kind of go back on the paper trade, rewind the time, and then kind of do what you guys do, and then go. And then that's when it clicks for me. Oh, okay. But yeah, I love the videos. Love them.
Love hearing it. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Just watching the futures here, guys. A little bit of a spike to the downside there in the overall futures. Pompeo talking about this China stuff that's going on right now, saying that the U.S. will not warrant treatment under U.S. laws to China when it comes to China in the same manner as U.S. laws were applied to Hong Kong before July 1997. So apparently they've adjusted some ways that they're looking at some of the treatment when it comes to the companies and officials from China as of this morning, guys.
Thanks a lot there, Brendan. And just on your note there, one of the reasons why we actually have changed the format of how we do these educational videos, you might notice now we're sitting at our stations and just actively talking while we're trading, is so that we can have you guys learn a little bit more by doing. It's just it's easier for us to explain things while trading, while in front of a level 2, while in front of our charts, with our hands on the keys. That's what we're all familiar with. We're all traders here. You want to be in the cockpit ready, locked and loaded, instead of standing in front of a whiteboard, which, you know, most of us aren't in school anymore. I don't think that's a heck of a lot of fun. And you know, people that enjoy that, if that's the way you learn, fair enough. We're trying to be hands-on here, and I hope you guys enjoy those videos as we do them. Disney, I love that 122 break at VWAP. You know, the market had made a leg down there, and I did mention I wanted to take the breakdown trade as well. So we got in here, 121.20 break. I got my price 10 cents worth of slippage, so 121.10 short in Disney now. I'll give it up to that VWAP and see if we can't move down to that 120 market. Look, ultimately, when you're day trading, you kind of have to swing both ways. You have the ability to, even though I love that long break, the short came in, so we took the short. Still 4 shorts. I have not many longs today. I wish I could find one. There just haven't been too many on this day. Obviously, we're down 2%, of course, here in the NASDAQ. ES, of course, down as well. So shorts for the win.
Yeah, the ES holding up. Yeah, and you don't need to mention that to me. Yeah, shorts have been monstrous today, as those of you that have been following will notice. But right now, Bitcoin, just looking at that, it's up 4.6%. It's not doing anything. Got in and out there for nothing. We'll wait to see if that can continue to move. But we can go back to Facebook here. A lot of these stocks that are dropping on that Chinese news are just going to be the same ones as normal. Look at Facebook, a nice little drop, 224 down here to 223. That gets cashed out. I see some people there talking also about WMT, Walmart over there. And again, you know, a lot of these products coming from China. So you are going to have to watch out. If this becomes a problem, Walmart will also become a problem. We'll check Target out as well. Wow, yeah, a lot of these stocks here now falling down. Target only 0.2 though. Walmart 2.2%, I believe it was. Let's see, yeah, 2.1%. So yeah, a lot of these stocks in a bit of trouble here. As we can see, the right now I have ACB short. The only position I have on right now, 15.17 right now, ACB off of this monster win here. Hopefully we get back down here. I don't know if it's going to happen, but right now we relax, sit back and chill out. It's getting close to the end of the show, 12 o'clock. It's been a good one as the market has once again been pretty exciting today off of this monster drop here, 30.30. I mean, this used to be, you know, like 50 handles used to be kind of like a cough in the air, but now with the market settled down this week, this is a big move. So we'll see if it can continue down. Kind of funny that we didn't make new bottoms there on that Chinese news, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, I have just a quick question for you. Someone asking in the chat here, when you're doing your long trades and you're doing your preparation, any specific research that you like to do before you get in? Is there a couple of boxes that you have to check off, or you will never take a trade? What's your process there?
I don't know. I don't. The only research I really do is who they are and what they do, and then I kind of look back at the history of the last 5 days of how they've been and where they might go. I don't really have much of it. I used to only trade stocks that I knew a lot about, Disney, Facebook, all those companies, but now I'm starting to see stuff that Brennan's pointing out. I'm kind of looking into them, and then I just look at their track record basically and see if it's worth my time. If I kind of give it like the 5-second look. If I look at it for 5 seconds and it doesn't interest me, I throw it away.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, there's all different types of preparation, to be perfectly honest. And it's just one of those things where as long as you have something that works for you, don't worry about what somebody else says. They're like, oh, you got to jump in and look at the balance sheet, and you got to become an accountant. Yeah, for some approaches that's going to be true, but it's not going to be one size fits all. The one thing that traders should care about is it's just about making money. Have an edge and win on it. Don't worry about how someone else makes money. Just worry about making money. That's the only thing that matters in this business. And I hate to make it like that, but that's just the simple truth here. I find myself with more positions on than I usually have at this time of day. And one of them, I'm having, like, I'm not saying I have second thoughts about this Disney, but I did expect that if we had broken this 120, 120, that you'd have a quicker flush. I mean, it went in the money here like 40, 50 cents. I did like that long break. If it bounces off this same price here, that 120.60 range, I might slide my stop to break even if I see a buyer step up at that price again. There was nothing special about it on level 2 when I saw it get to 60s. But if someone steps up there, I might just cover it and then go break even. The breakout trade looks fantastic as far as the market has gone down and tried to hold those lows. So we still like that 122. I'm still in that short, not getting out of it just yet. But I am thinking about adjusting my risk profile on Disney. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Speaking of great shorts this morning, GRNQ just popping up on a scanner here, guys. Just took out day highs there on a huge volume spike. Be very, very careful with this one if you still have orders out, possibly 11 million on the free float on this. This is looking a little squeeze-like to me. Just broke $2 here. Again, this is the company that's buying 4% of a gemstone. Take your pick, guys.
What?
Yeah, that was the one I missed the shorts on, but thankfully it didn't. Brendan, let's double check. I mean, for some reason our system is showing 245 as a top, but it looks like obviously pre-market high here is this 225 that just got taken out. It's looking like it's trying to roll over and break through that pre-market high. But wow, what a parabolic move to the upside. Like you said, you got to stay frosty with one of these, but when these get squeezed to the upside, you usually want to be playing the long. That's just the long and short of it. So I am looking at right now 245, but 230 also firmly on the radar for me, Brendan, if we can double check that high a day in just a couple of seconds. But that Disney, you get your spider sense going, and there we go. I mean, it just comes right back up here. I'm still going to go with the same stop. I'm not going to really change anything for me. We'll get out at 122 and reverse to the long. But if it does test back to that 120.60 and fail, I am going to move my stop to break even at that point. Otherwise, we're still hunting for that 120 mark to the downside, guys. So still 4 shorts on. And I got another question for you, Michael. You mentioned something about rolling profits into buying some things for yourself. What else is on that? You mentioned Tesla. Anything else that's on that wish list?
A brand new kayak. I'm looking to go get a brand new kayak. It's a motorized kayak. It's pretty spendy for my own pocket, but made some profits there. Alaska's got a lot of lakes and rivers, and so I want to go see some glaciers there. No, my biggest thing was like I wanted a Tesla, could never afford it with my own personal money. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pop a few $100 in here, see how long this goes, and then walk up to Tesla and just pay full cash for it and drive away. That's kind of a dream I have, you know. Plus they say, you know, don't ever go into debt, just pay for everything and you're good. So maybe if I reach $10,000, I'll grab a flight down to Toronto and hang out with you. Hey.
I love you saying down to Toronto, obviously from Alaska. I got something to show you. Obviously, you're a bit of a fan, I think, of Star Wars. I might have angered my wife with this purchase the other day, but I'm a nerd, and I don't care what anyone says. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you might know what this is. It's literally like 4 feet long, and I can't wait to put it together and put it back, break it apart. Super Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Give me your thoughts on that. Call me out if you want. I don't care. I'm a self-proclaimed sci-fi nerd. I love my Star Wars. So I loved when we first interviewed you, and you showed us that that little helmet behind you there. I knew you were going to be fantastic on the show, and of course, giving that Disney love, which I need to get out of.
Yeah, those Legos are pretty expensive. If you're buying, I'm going to start buying calls in Lego or something here because I know you're going to get more. Lego fans can't stop buying.
Some guy was dumping his collection online, and the price he was giving it away from was kind of a steal. So I picked that one up there. There are a lot of collectors that pay a lot of money for those things, but I guess during the virus, maybe need to raise some cash. I don't know. I just took advantage of it.
Yeah, my favorite piece of Star Wars is the C-3PO and the R2-D2. I've been looking for a C-3PO cosplay costume, but they're super rare, and only like 5 people own wearable ones in the world or something like that. But that's why I'm all out nerdy as well, and I think I just gave a big secret away of who I am in the chat. But I love my collection of nerdy stuff.
Maybe
90s, I love my 90s.
Michael, maybe when you come down, maybe you and Neil can get all dressed up and go to Comic-Con. That should be really fun, and then we can take more pictures and show that. That sounds like a good time for sure.
That's when they lift the restrictions. You know, my question is this whole Corona thing. When are they going to start letting people get in bigger groups? You know, Alaska just opened up 100%. Our governor said, you know, go for it. A lot of the shops are still kind of being you know, a little standoffish. I've seen some shops still require masks, you know, still limit the people, but as far, I think we're number one in the nation for the less amount of corona cases. We had 380. Now we only have 30 cases that are active. So a lot of the, you know, government's coming to us, looking at us and how we're doing things and seeing how we're doing it. But just over Memorial Day weekend, every campsite was full. Everyone was out. It was like there was no corona. It was crazy. So I know the market's going to come back very, very strong once all these restrictions are lifted. That's my guess.
All right, yeah, I tend to agree with that one. What up, Brandon?
Guys, I mentioned this one a little bit earlier, another name that could benefit from things getting back to normal here. Another little volume spike just popping up, held $1 here for most of the morning, pushing back towards these day highs for PRTY. Guys.
Watch out for
definitely a good look there,
here, guys.
I'm still working a couple of these shorts here that I want to show you here. But this Hertz trade, you really got to start to hunt for the reverse to the long. It's holding up pretty well at VWAP here. I'll try to zoom in so you can see a little bit better here. But it's trying to hold this really well at 115. I have slid my stop from 130 to 125. I still think it's a breakout long through that 125 price. Maybe get back to that 150. If you're really, really patient, there could be even a 150 type break trade maybe later on in the day. I am going to stay net short, however, in case it does go to that $1 even mark. But the longer that it holds VWAP, the stronger it looks to me with the market rebounding, and the more reasons not to reload if you're following that type of a trade and look to reverse to the long side on Hertz. So we've been looking for long trades. That could be one there. Disney's back in the money for me, but 122 still long if that were break as well. So looking for a Disney breakout, looking for a Hertz breakout as well, despite the fact that I'm short in both these names.
Okay, yeah, I'm absolutely flat right now. So I mean, I have HCB, but that's just a chilled out position. I did want to talk about this GRNQ here, like you were mentioning, Brendan. Yeah, it did take off that 230 and went all the way to 250. It's touched that twice, so we'll see if this one wants to keep on going here. Buying a position in a gem, that seems to be pretty interesting. So we'll see here, $2.50. Let's check the daily chart on this one, see where exactly it came from. Look at this, what a surprise. So, I mean, the cat was out of the bag a couple days ago here when it goes from 35 to 70, then 70 again to $1, and then today, $1 to 250. So, GRNQ looks like it's going to be for the win here. And I think if it goes back above this area, 250, I'll go long on that one. So, we'll wait to see. Obviously, no options on this name, Michael, but GRNQ, we'll see if that one can go to the top side right now. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions today. We still have over 2,000 viewers right now, so they're loving you, Michael, and the Star Wars Nerd Talk. So that is fantastic, and we love Disney here as well. And I look to take my kids there. Disney does cruises, right? Don't they do a cruise in and around Alaska?
They do cruises. I believe there is one to Alaska, but when it comes to Disney cruises, you got to book out months and months, almost years. It's insanely ridiculous, which goes to say that their cruises are good. Yeah. But yeah. And then that's the one thing, the cruise line industry's hurt Alaska. Alaska tends to, rely heavily on the tourist industry. And this year, Princess Hotels, they said they're not coming up at all this year. I think maybe one or two might be coming up next month. They're still selling tickets, but Denali National Park, 80% of their profits come from the cruise industry, and nobody's coming this year. So we're gonna see.
No, we have a friend that goes on Disney cruises every year, and they absolutely love them. I've never been on a cruise, but I think I'd like to do one. Yeah, Mediterranean or Arctic or something like that should be fun. But you're right, Disney. Look, I love Disney here. We'll see what happens now. The market now coming back. Maybe we get the positive today. Why don't you give us a call today on the market? Do you think we get above zero? We're talking about the ES.
That's how the ES, yeah.
The NASDAQ is gone. So the ES here, do you think we get back to positive by close?
That's so hard to predict right now, because what I do, especially with the SPY, is I'll look at the first 30 minutes of how it's acting, and then I'll base my prediction off if it's going to go up or down. Right. Then you get midday, and it kind of steadies out. It goes up and down just a little bit, but and then towards the end of the day, about an hour or so, that's when I can make my basis whether or not it's going to go up or down. I think everyone's going to buy at the very last second. I think it's going to be a buy at the last second today.
Cool. We didn't get a chance to see your setup yet. If you had any questions, is there a certain chart? You mentioned Think or Swim. Is there a certain chart setup? I mean, we just have a 1 minute here with a VWAP on it, and like I said, we do have more. And maybe Rob or Lucas, you could show. We talk about this on the show all the time. Maybe if there's any new viewers, we can show the side view here, guys, if we can. Yeah, here we go. So we have, like, I have a 12 minute. I really like that for a longer time frame. Then I have a 3 minute here, another 1 minute, a daily, and then the market with some hot lists up here. Do you look at certain time frames? I know you mentioned that you're kind of more of a macro guy. You look at what the business does and how they've been setting up the last couple of days. But is there a specific setup that you like, or one that you may care to screen share with us at all?
Yeah, I could screen share here real quick if you give me just a second. It says it's disabled for the participants. So if your production team will allow me, I could share it. But like I said, I'm a swing trader and I act as a day trader. So I'll do the 1 minute charts on all of them. And then I kind of look at the last 10, 15 minutes of how it's playing to base a lot of my decisions off if I'm going to buy or sell it. There we go. Cool.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was just going to say, they're telling me in my ear that it's all good now. So if we could.
All right. So if you could see the screen right now, this is my Think or Swim. And so what I do here is I've got the SPY on the left. That always stays the same. And then on the right of the SPY is kind of like my most important stock that I have to look at all day long. And then these three down here are going to change based on what you, Brennan, or Neil say. So these ones change quite often. But what I'll do is I'll grab the last 10 minutes or so, and I'll just look at how it plays real quick and then base my decision off of that. Kind of like CCL over here. I'll grab right here at this bottom dip and look at it to see, okay, maybe it might go up a little bit, and I'll grab that one. But a lot of it's a minute. I'm starting to play around with the 5 minutes, but that's only when when I'm struggling with the decision to not let FOMO take place here. So that's what I've got. And then for all my stuff here, I like to stay organized. So I've got my losing folder, what I'm losing for today, what I need to watch today, what's in the money, and then what I've sold. You can see I've sold a lot today. JPM I sold, Mandera, and Neo, and then I sold some SPY today. So kind of keep organized on that way. I can see what's going on, and I know what I need to trade and what I need to sell.
That looks actually really good. I mean, I'm actually kind of jealous. I mean, I like my setup, but that's a great one. I love how you have that organized winners, losers, things like that. Very, very important to monitor your trades, because sometimes we harp on like our winning positions and then or are losing the opposite, whatever way you are, and we forget to check back to see some of those other ones. So good look on that, and I do love that, and that's a great setup. Good job with those charts. And I would say, look at a 5. If you're not looking at a 3, I prefer a 3 minute more than a 5, especially if you are using VWAP. I do like a 3 better than a 5. GRNQ here, guys, as I am seeing this one pulling back now. So you do have that 250. And this is another thing, triple tops. I mean, you hear people talk about double tops, but I mean, this hits 350 a couple times here in a couple minutes before fading back down. Maybe Brendan has another big winner before we conduct the closing ceremonies. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, absolutely. One to maybe look at this afternoon. We've been talking about a lot of airlines today. Airlines very strong, obviously, throughout the entire session. Here's another one. Embraer, just a little bit late to the party so far today. Just took out this high recently here, 535 up to 555. Decent volume spike on that. 10% for Embraer. On the day as well. This time of day, Michael, we always like to have a look at what is coming up after market today and before the open tomorrow as far as earnings are concerned. Kind of getting to the end of this earnings season, but there are still a few names on this board for tomorrow that look pretty good, guys.
Yeah. Neo's there. TD is there.
Watch out for Dollar General.
Fitch. Ooh.
Dollar General there for sure, Workday. But for me, Neo is one of those stocks. It's we did well on it last time, but it's like a hit or miss for me. It's always good for a day trade in terms of volume. I just find that sometimes fading moves on that one is the way to go. We'll see what happens. I won't be locked into anything. I say this every single day, and there's a reason why. Do not get away from the travel space until it stops working. It is just that simple. You see this every single day, whether it's Carnival or Norwegian or American Airlines or Southwest. It doesn't matter. Spirit today. It seems like number 1 and number 2 for myself is one of those stocks. I know that's true of Sean as well. And so I know earnings are great, but you want to stick to what is working for sure. I know we're going to be doing that tomorrow, Sean.
Oh,
I stick to the States airline, Alaska Airlines. They do really, really well. Airlines are kind of like, they're very moody. Some days they do really great, and some days it's like, what's going on? Why are you going down? So very conservative when I jump into Delta Airlines or United and stuff like that.
I like that word moody there. Yeah, no, look, CCL has been, Neil hit the nail on the head. CCL, I've basically been paying for cruises to go for that. I love CCL. It's been a good one. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree or Dollar General tomorrow. Look, if you want a long call, I think Neil's a great long-term call, bumping up to $4 here. Let's just check out the chart. I may buy, if Neo is option eligible, I mean, look, I'm not trying to manage people's money right now, but this might be a good stock. We'll find it out. $4. Check out the daily chart on this one. Went down as low as 2 and change. If they actually have government support and government funding from Chinese, I mean, this stock could be to the moon, but you do have to worry a little bit about those Chinese delisting regulations and whatnot. Valeria, right now, give us what day it is today.
Hey guys, hello Michael, and shout out to Trading Family. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today, for all of your likes and support. Subscribe and catch us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time as usual. And guys, tomorrow we will be recording our next educational video live to tape, and you're more than welcome to join us. I'm sending out the link on the chat, so tomorrow before 1 p.m. Eastern Time, hit the link and join us. It will be available tomorrow, and we will be sending it out during tomorrow's show also, so join us in the morning for more info. And as usual, I'm saying what national day is today. So today is the National Grape Popsicle Day. Michael, what's your favorite flavor for popsicles?
Oh, popsicles! I love pina colada. Love the pina colada ones.
Boom! That's actually my favorite as well. Pina colada, absolutely delicious. We have popsicles, freezies all the time. That's got to be the winner for us. Brendan, I'm very curious to hear what yours might be. You always seem to give a little bit of an off-the-cuff example for your flavors that you like, buddy.
I like Michael's suggestion, but I'll have a pina colada in a cup. Maybe grind up the popsicle and put it in a cup. That's all me. Yeah.
I think I'm making one today. Now you guys made me want one, so.
There you go. Just make sure you add that rum. But yeah, thank you, Michael. Today, it's been a fantastic day. You've added a lot. I mean, I think this has been fantastic. Your setup has been great there. Those stories are classic, and it's great to hear that everything is back open and at least back to normal, a little bit life in Alaska. So we want to say to you, stay safe, and thank you once again for joining us. And I cannot say it enough. We didn't talk about it enough today, and that's our fault, but we're live tomorrow, guys. A lot of you want us to trade the afternoon, but we're live tomorrow at 1 p.m. So put it into your calendars, mark it down. We're going to do some education tomorrow. It's not going to be this back and forth with buy this stock, buy that stock. It's not going to be too much. We will trade, trust me. But it'll be more on education. We have a few juicy topics all lined up for you guys, very similar to what's on our Market Wisdom page. The last couple videos, we'll do that for you guys tomorrow live at 1 p.m. So mark it down. You may be at work, Michael, but we're going to be doing that live tomorrow. Neil, why don't you wrap this guy up?
Absolutely. For the entire team here, Valeria doing a fantastic job. Get us to 30,000 subs because we get to see her floss it off when it happens, and we all want to see that. Sean, as always, I'm sure has not finished his fruit salad today because it's been an active one today and very profitable as usual. And of course, at the desk there, Brennan, making me thirsty for a pina colada and doing a fantastic job. Bring us a lot of stocks to watch today, guys. And watch out for this Disney at 122. I just can't keep mentioning that one. I think it's a nice little breakout. I'm Neil Roberts, and our special guest of the day. Thank you so much, Michael. If you want to be a guest like Michael, make sure you jump in and send us an email if you can. It's a lot of fun doing these. We love them. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We will see you tomorrow.